Where'd you find this? Damn, son. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son. Damn, son.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Crypto Takeover. Jumping Analyst in the building. What up? Woo. Yeah. My name is Illy. DJ Rodgers in the building. He's looking handsome today, this guy. Yeah. My chair feels low. Yeah, yeah. The chair feel low, but the vibes on high. Get up on the mic and yes, I ride. Knocking pictures off the wall. R.I.P. to Nip. Do something, yeah, we hit run it up. I'm with the squad, yeah, we run it up. I tell my boys right now, guns up, we don't care, we don't stop, what if, run up in the spot, aim for the luck. We come and we aim with the puck like Wayne Gretzky when we hit it like, knock it off the ice, hit them boys like twice. Me and Buck Rodgers, JP jumping, playing this, chop it up like rice. Eat that, put it in the cooker, bake it, add that pork and beef it, yeah. Do your thing, take it back. My squad gon' bang like, JP, crazy, lately, popping out to the set like, take me, take heed. That's a producer tag. Take heed, nah, it's me. and Mr. Buck. It's that crypto takeover. Yeah, we here to run it up. Paul on my side. Yeah, you know what is what. We just play for keeps. We don't play and move with luck. Yeah, yeah. It's a vibe. What's up, man? Welcome out to the Crypto Takeover. My name is Illy. DJ Buck Rodgers. I've been playing this in the building. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rodgers.
Yeah. Let's go.
So dramatic. This guy's so dramatic. I like that. He was in theater class for sure. Oh yeah.
It's the takeover, baby. Yeah.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours on a beautiful day. Daydream, I dream of you amid the flowers for a couple of
Jazzy.
hours.
Welcome out to the Crypto Takeover, y'all. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Daydream, I fell asleep amid the flowers for a couple of hours.
We got a great show today, man. This looks good.
Yeah. Jumping Planets, we're just kicking this off, warming you guys up for the Crypto Takeover. Little freestyle, little DJ, and little vibes. Before we get into the real shit. Yeah. Running that beat like I'm running the track. Running for haters, they running for facts. They talking right down, I'm up on their back. I deserve a plaque, my dude. Put it on the wall right there, my dude. Everything that I do bust moves. Everything that I do run through. We don't play games, they know the name. It ain't no shame. JP thanks, JP bangs, doing my thing. That's my swing. Never on that, never can got that feeling in the flow. Be real. Yes, I'm drilling in that oil field, and they say that blood might spill. Okay, I might just put my straw up in that milkshake, then I drink it down. Silly in a place with Buck Rodgers, they know what's up. That shit get down. Super live, super grind, want that drive, all the time, pay no mind, I'm just doing my thing, my dude. I'm just doing that thing, my dude. I'm just doing that thing, my dude. Yeah. JJ, let's go.
It must have felt when I lost my mind.
It's the warm-up party, y'all. Crypto Takeover.
Drowning it in pain.
It's that sexy music right here from Buck.
Somebody help, 'cause I can't find my
Buck's girl's
way.
birthday today. He's still in sexy time. He's in sexy mood right now.
Nobody move.
Like he got a warm sweater on. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Yeah, it's blood on the floor if you really wanna go. Homie, it's blood like it's war. They call me Black Door. Lightning when I'm striking, ain't no passengers. I'ma take it down and kill that beat, homeboy. I have it, ya. Abracadabra, turn rappers to cadavers. You hear the laughter, I pity pattern with patterns. I rap these niggas like Saturn. That be the ring, my thing. That be my sting, my things. It's keep on going, homeboy. I don't even sing. My thing is to hit these words and drop that wordplay with my boy on drums. Yes, it's Illy Raps and Buck Rodgers, homeboy. You can feel that hum. from that Hummer. When it come through, ain't no forerunner. We gon' stunner, take 'em right down to the tundra. Zilly on the mic, might strike like thunder. Hear that clap, clap, echo off that rap. That's a fact, no pity pat. These rappers come back with a pity on tracks. We just do our thing, we just make it rain, and we bring pain. We moving through your lane. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. Crypto Takeover. Ain't nobody doing this like this. Yeah. Modern day jazz musicians, what up? Jumping Planets in the building. We ain't from here, my dude. We not from this planet and we not in the mood to chill with all you human beings on your hemisphere. So we gon' take it out. I kick that mic right in the rear. And when I go, never been slow-mo, go like JoJo. That's that Casey. They can't hate me. Hitters wanna take me, talk that shit. Okay, but lately I've been flexing, jacking, grabbing that mic and eating for breakfast. I'm from Texas and I'm hot but not dyslexic. Watch me flexing, boy. In that zone.
What's up, Buck Rodgers? Yeah, he feeling good. He ate some Raisin Canes. He feeling good. Jumping Planets in the building. What's up? Yeah. That was beautiful, man. Vibe with it. Welcome out, y'all. Yeah.
That was new music from the soundtrack of the Up Love.
DJ fuck Rodgers. Yeah, Jumping Planets,
How you feeling, Buck?
I'm feeling pretty good. How we feeling out there?
Yeah. We feeling good.
Yeah. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, Animal at that gate, y'all can relate. I take my pace, speed it up when I beat it up, homeboy, yeah, I'm in that state, Homo stays in years when they face his kid, they can't equate, When I be on my shit, I'm on my zone, you cannot see it, When I just do this thing, I beat that track, homeboy, I be it. Number one, that is, I'm the prototype, I jump it like a motorbike, just no hype, I spit just like that logo, right, put it right down on the label, got no dreidel, yes, I blow. Do it to the maximum, they know what's up, we might just blow. And the whole squad here, we on the road. And the whole squad here, we on the road. Big fast, make them off for the impact, go. Talking all that shit, okay, they can't no more. Can't right through and we crack that code. Let them know, let them know, let them know, let them know, let them know. That's mic control. Mic control, the mind control. Space control, the ground control. JP is here, we let you know. Yeah. Jumping planets, be the name. We jumping over planets, yeah, we jumping over games. Jumping over the haters, we jumping over planes. And we jumping over trains, and we jumping over the same. And we jumping over DNA trains. Let me play, let me reign, that's my game. Yo, what's up, they know my name. Put my name up on your wallet, boy, this ain't no Polly Pocket. We just took off like a rocket. Pull your arms right out they socket. They can't stop it, yeah, obnoxious, hypnotic, the way we got it, we just can't, we block it. They really think they gon' stop it, Ain't nobody here that gon' drop it down in my locket. I might move around and take you to the ground. Okay, we stop it. Oh God, oh boy, they know. JP, we came right here, we still that show. Okay, now let them know. Let them know, Buck Rodgers, how you feeling, bro? One and only DJ Buck Rodgers, my name is Zilly. Jumping planets in the building, what up? Yeah, crypto takeover. It's a takeover. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the to the top, yeah, we run the block. Yeah. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Had to stack the guap, run it up cause I'm bearish with it. 10x on them, ain't scared, I get it. Decentralized, let me emphasize how I'm stacking the coin as an enterprise. Got hustle the block, I got the codes and the keys to the lock. It's a takeover, we hit for the guap, and you know we keep holding till we hit the top. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Cook and whip the block. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Had to stack the guap.
Alrighty, everybody. Welcome to the Crypto Takeover show. Hopefully this time my mic is on, unlike last week. Thank you, firstly, to Jumping Planets, to Buck and Zeely. I hope everybody can hear me over here. Wanted to say, hope everybody had an amazing week, sort of a wild week in crypto. A lot going on that we're going to be breaking down. We're taking a look at the charts over here. We're going to be looking at some news about a certain Mr. Donald Trump, President Donald Trump, and the crypto network that he has turned on. Ask some questions, learn a little more about that. We're also going to do a little educational segment about charting today. In addition to that, we'll talk about some interesting projects, some other stuff going on in crypto, and overall have an amazing show. And as always, Jumping Planets is killing it. Excited to have you guys as always, and love the musical introductions, the following. I think we're waiting right now for everybody to get on the screen so I can introduce my amazing co-host. There we go. There we go. The legends are here. So starting off with Paul. Paul BoughtTheBlock over here. What's up, Paul? How are you, my co-host?
What's up, man? How are you? How you feeling today, dude? I'm glad that your mic worked.
I'm doing a lot better. My insecurities around my sound have not gone away, but my sound is here, so that's great. Shout out to Storm, some Storm Trading. What's up, Storm?
What's going on, guys?
Going to break down some analysis of the market. I think we got some positive news, and also I think we're going to be adding in an educational segment so that everybody can learn how to draw squiggly lines a little bit better by the end of this show. That's our goal here. And then, of course, we have Jumping Planets, Buck, and Zeely. Zeely dropping some serious bars over there, by the way.
Dude, y'all don't even know. These guys are phenomenal.
I'm surprised every week I get more and more impressed. Every week people get less and less impressed with me. I don't want to ever chart that, but the XY coordinates don't look good from my side.
You know, I was thinking about it. If if my wife and I ever get divorced, there's going to be there's definitely signs. It's well, all of a sudden I started talking to cartoons and somehow they fucking started talking back. I'm like, these mushrooms are really good. Holy shit. This dude is literally talking back to us.
I'm not here.
Is anybody else not figuring this is what world is this right now? If we are not in the Matrix, I don't know. I love it.
We can't figure it all out, but sometimes the things that make the least sense make the most sense. And in crypto, let me tell you, there's a lot of things that make very little sense. And those are the best parts about it. Nowhere else. Everybody else is looking for a 6% return annually. In crypto, if you don't get that in 64 seconds, you've decided that blockchain is now longer needed and Solana is completely useless.
I think it's crazy just how quickly things turn in the crypto world specifically that they're talking about. But we were chatting earlier today. It sounds like you made a couple degen bets last night that may have paid off somehow for you. So congrats on that, by the way. And by the way, fuck you for not giving me a call.
The response I got was when I sent from my alt was, I'm married. I'm not interested in naked pictures. I thought you knew that I had a play for you, but apparently I wasn't clear when I sent you that message on Instagram.
You didn't hit me with the winky face.
That was on me. No, actually, been a crazy day. A lot of dog tokens were running today. Actually, speaking of a good segue, let's put that on ice for a moment. And do we have Jumping Planet's wallet set up? Because I could segue into that play by us talking a little bit about that, because I have a surprise for them.
Oh. What that is, Bloodboy?
Well, unless the wallet address that you gave me was yours, Paul. In that case, you can work that out with them. But we wanted to help people get set up with wallets. And one of the things that we were doing today is we set up, do we have the ENS done? I can't hear you, Paul.
It's finishing right now in real time, he said.
Okay, awesome. So we've set up a wallet for Jumping Planets, and we've put in some of our favorite tokens, different things that are going off. Obviously, I sent some Bloodboy in. Paul sent some tokens in, I believe.
I sent a half an ETH to start them out.
So boring, but I mean, it's still pretty damn cool. I did not send half an ETH. But one of the tokens that I sent in was a token. When you talk about crazy things in crypto, there's a baby hippo named Mudang that's been going viral on the internet. I think from Thailand. Really, really cute. Highly advise people check out pictures of it. But I sent you guys a few $100 of that token. You'll see it in the wallet. Anybody who wants to send anything to them for whatever reason you want to, the wallet ENS is going to be jumpingplanets.eth. But this token I decided to ape in. I don't know, it's random. I really don't understand the reason I did it. I didn't even hear about it from anybody. Honestly, the hippo was cute. If I'm not going to lie, that was my TA. That's a cute hippo.
Sometimes that's just what you got to do, right? You'd be like, that ass is fat. I'm gonna buy it. It's like you did that with the hippo. I love that.
Yeah, except for the hippo, I'm not going to have a divorce settlement in 3. But that's a whole nother story that we're talking about. And I won't make a joke connecting a hippo to that one because that's going to be a horrible joke. But that one went from 60,000. It's now at $2.6 million, which is insane.
All right, and real quickly, can you give everybody a little bit of a breakdown of what that means, right? So if you put $100 in that, right, at 60, what does that mean for those that are out there?
So let's do the math over here. The easiest thing to look at is market cap. Price is very hard to calculate because there's a lot of zeros on these.
By the way, though, the normies out there, guys, do not worry about the coin price. Look at the market cap. At the end of the day, I think you can get really confused. And look, at the end of the day, if it's like, if it was Doge at 1 cent when you got in, it's easy to calculate that. But at the same time, now it's like, these coins are like 0.00000, like, so basically I would look at the market cap for sure.
Yeah, and like it doesn't sound great. Like, oh, my coin went to 506309. That doesn't really register as so exciting, and it's hard to do it in your head. But the market cap ran up.
You have people saying, they buy in a coin at like 0.000056. If it goes to 1 cent, millionaire. It's like that's the biggest normie thing I've ever heard. But,
yeah,
excuse me.
That's the way I talked about SafeMoon.
Yeah, I actually had a friend the other day. They're like, I bought into this coin and it was like it's 0.0005. So all it has to do is go to 1 cent, and I make like $1 million off of $100. And I'm like, it's not gonna happen. It's not how it works.
Yeah.
For the normies, do you have a quick definition of market cap for the normies like me and this guy?
Yeah, so the calculation of market cap is you take a look. There's two types. There's final diluted value, and then there's market cap. Final diluted value is based off of the circulating coins. Sometimes they're sent to a debt address, some of the tokens, so that it gets taken out of that calculation. But basic market cap is you take however many coins you have circulating. Let's say we have 100 coins. Each coin is worth $1. So you would have a market cap of $100. In this case, I believe this one has like 100 billion. So we're just going to use market cap as a number, much easier, but it's 100 billion coins. And this one ran up to $4 million within the course of 1 day from about $60,000. So if you want to like, I'm getting an echo over here.
Billions and billions and billions.
That's the math right there. If you wanted your answer, Jumping Planet jumped and took the answer away from me.
Thank you. That's perfect.
But you could take the market cap we'll just use 4 million because that's where it ran up to. It's about 2.8 now. 4 million, you take 60,000 where you would have bought in. So divide 4 million by 60,000. I'm definitely not using a calculator on the side because I'm amazing at math on the fly. That is 66 times. So if you put $100 in, you would have 6,000. This is the devil's number. $6,666 over here, approximately. We got signs of the beast everywhere, which I'm okay. I'll sell my soul to the devil for 100x. But yeah, you don't see that anywhere. That doesn't really make sense, and yet it happens. And that's 4 million. Storm can tell you what it's like last run. Imagine buying, or even this run. Imagine buying Pepe at $200,000, and it runs to 7 billion. Do the math there.
Billions and billions and billions.
Buck's a little slow over here. He's autistic. My bad. He's artistic. Sorry about that.
I am artistic, not autistic, except for on the weekends.
Yeah. Proud of you. I forget. Also, I forget that these guys are in class a little bit too. So it's like he's learning, and at the same time, I just need to get the billions button. Billions and billions. There it is. Perfect. Awesome.
When I asked Buck how much he lost with his diet, he has the exact same answer. Billions and billions and billions.
Amazing. Yeah, he's queuing up something else.
Billions and billions and
perfect.
But welcome to crypto, the fun side, the meme coin side, guys. This is DeFi. This wallet is we set up a Phantom wallet, I believe. On the computer, you guys will have Brave browser. It's good to keep your wallet separate if you can from any other activity that's online. This is not a centralized exchange, so you can trade a lot more tokens, which is really cool. Phantom Wallet has a good UI. I think we could have a full show about even deeper security, talking about ledgers and other things like that. But Phantom's a great place, and yeah, we're excited to see where these tokens go. Paul, we were talking about tracking the wallet every week, so we're going to take a look at where the coins are, take a look at what's been dropped into the wallet if anybody sends anything. And I feel like we'll probably have some fun storylines as we watch the two of you guys retire and then leave the show as soon as that number gets to a certain point.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch them actively dump on the chart when they're like, "Oh no, it's time to full port this," and then just all of a sudden, Jumping Planets has jumped ship to another show.
Today's topic: Jumping Planets has full clip the chart.
Which, by the way, hold on, let's back this up real quick. What does full clip mean?
So, in life, you can do things completely for yourself, or you could maybe think about others and maybe even yourself in the future. So if you buy a coin, you could buy little bits at a time, or you can buy all at once. And same thing when you sell, you can sell a little bit at a time, or you can sell everything at once. And if you own a large portion of a coin and you sell everything at once, it can sometimes be detrimental to the chart, because we're talking low market cap coins, and the liquidity pools, the way that they work, it would actually get pretty complicated to really fully go into it. But basically, if there's not a huge amount of liquidity in a pool and you sell a large majority of that, it's going to have a huge impact on the price. It's not like $1 sold. $1 sold means the market cap goes down by $1. $1 sold can mean it goes down by $10. $1 bought means it can go up by $10 or $20. Just depends on where the market cap is and what the liquidity is. So if someone decides to sell a giant bag and take most of that liquidity out, it has an immediate and oftentimes detrimental effect on the market cap and the project. So it's always better to sell into volume. We say when the chart's going up, people are buying and selling, that's when you sell. And when the chart is going down and there's not a lot of volume, you hold off. But once in a while, there's always that one person who, when there's no volume, the chart's going down, they just full clip. There's a statement, they go full clip like a gun, just shooting it all or selling it all and just wreck a chart.
Big L, rest in peace.
Full clip. Oh.
Pour one out for the homies who got full clipped.
R.I.P. Yeah, sometimes it's really tough to come back from that, right? If somebody's gonna full clip, it's something that can be hard to come back from. And it's, look, at the end of the day, we're not doing this for charity, right? Like people are not making risks like this. I mean, there's some intent of making money. Otherwise, why would we be doing this? But there is a way to do it, right? Where people will say, kind of like what Storm said last week, right? Laddering out. That was the one thing that I really took away from last week's show, was the fact that you can ladder out. And as a project is going up, you can take a little bit off the table. So that way you're able to, to exit in a way in which where it's respectful and people are not just like coming down on you.
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same thing. Like, the other thing about full clipping is it's usually not the best exit strategy. I'd say the only time you really have to worry about not full clipping where it's a problem is if you're a team member or somebody that has a large amount of allocation that was given too early. But I mean, truthfully, I full clip out of projects all the time, but not in the way that would affect the chart. 99% of people, especially people listening, you're not going to affect the chart by full clipping, unless you own, 1-2+% of the entire allocation of the coin. It's not going to do much. So for most people, it's like, in terms of like the responsibility of not full clipping, they won't usually ever have that responsibility to not full clip, but it's also just typically a smarter strategy to kind of slowly ladder out along the way up, rather than just, try to perfectly time that top and hit the exact top. Most of the time, you're not going to do it. So it's kind of smarter to spread it out, have a wide range of areas where you're slowly clipping out in portions, rather than like try to time that exact top, because 99% of the time you're not going to hit that exact top. So
Yeah, and how people also kind of DCA in dollar cost average. And
Yep.
on the low side, you could probably like dollar cost average on the exit side too.
that's exactly what laddering out is. It's like a flip of like DCAing is buying in on the way down. Laddering out is on the way up.
Did we hire another storm?
Did we? No, I don't think so. I think Buck's over here trying to do some stuff. Are you?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Not bad. We're over here just trying to. We're trying to get different.
Where's the echo coming from over here?
Sounds like we all got it.
Whose thing? Let me see if it's mine. Oh, there it is. Now I don't hear it. Awesome.
Okay. And another thing, well, I'm getting an echo over here still, but it's okay. It's just an echo. Another thing is that when you're selling, you want to. I'm pretty bad over here, actually. We almost did it.
Check. That's better, right?
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, man. We're always over here trying to figure shit out.
And spoiler alert, we never do.
No, look. You know what though? Our first world problems are getting less and less. Right. It's like the first one we were running around, chicken with our head cut off, like no clue what we were doing. Or we had a clue, but it just wasn't accurate. And then second one was a little bit better. We had what I call Stormgate, where I couldn't figure out how to get his screen up. Now I know how to fix that. And then
Echogate.
Yeah, Echogate. Come on, man.
Well, we'll get it fixed. But when you're selling a coin, if you want to sell a coin, there's usually a higher valuation of the market to the liquidity cap. So the liquidity pool to the market cap. So the liquidity pool might have, let's say, $100,000 in it. Half of that is going to be the token it's paired with, like Ethereum, and half of that is going to be the token value of the other one. So really, there's only $50,000 of Ethereum in that pool, hypothetically. If you have more than $50,000 that you need to sell, you're not going to be able to sell that all at once. You're going to have a very large price impact and lose a lot of money on the sale. So scaling out is usually not only good for everybody else in the project, but you also, if you have a larger amount, typically get a lot more money if you sell slowly over time than just sell it all at once.
You're absolutely right? Because and I think this is one of the things that people need to kind of remember is, there's people that become kind of like quote unquote crypto millionaires. If you've got $1 million in a certain project, but the LP is only 300, you're not going to be able to take out that $1 million.
But you can take a screenshot of that and then tell people you made $1 million, and that's sort of like putting a Maybach sign on a Honda Civic from 1998. Everybody knows it's not a Maybach, but if you get the picture close enough, then maybe you can pretend for a few minutes.
They 12s, but they're real clean though.
Keep them clean.
Keep them clean. You know what I mean? You just gotta keep that Accord tight. Good gas mileage.
Yeah, very practical. Speaking of practical, I know nothing practically about today's market conditions. I wonder if Storm could give us a little rundown of what's cracking, what's going on.
I would love to. Yeah, if we can get my screen share up there as well, kind of walk through everything. Perfect. So, yeah, I guess I'll start this week like I do every week, kind of like a weatherman, reporting the weather, go down the very general sentiment and market conditions in the macro sense. First off, pretty exciting. This is the first time in like over 3 weeks where the crypto fear and greed index has moved out of the fear territory. So what this is basically saying is the general crypto sentiment is shifting from a state of fear to now more of a neutral stance on the market as we do continue to bounce. Obviously, I've talked pretty extensively about this, but anytime we get to the extremes, whether it's the extreme fear side or the extreme euphoria side, I typically like to counter trade that, right? So similar to how I took a long trade when we were in extreme fear toward the very bottom of this. If we got extremely euphoric, I would maybe look for a short trade depending on the technical indicators. But what this is showing us right now, the neutral zone, is that the general market is starting to change their bias, which is a good thing, right? Because obviously you don't never want to be in extreme euphoria. That's a bearish sign. But as you see the general market on a bounce shift from bearish to neutral or non-fearful, then you can maybe potentially look at a much further bounce than what we've had so far. So, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. It's like the first time where we've really seen the market start to really go with against the trend that we've had the last 3 months. In terms of liquidations, still very similar. So even though the fear and greed index is starting to shift a little bit, we still have billions and billions of dollars to the upside. I'm sorry, let me go to the 6 month. That's a 24-hour.
Billions and billions and billions.
Exactly. Billions and billions of liquidations to the upside. So as you can see, the liquidations are still much stronger to the upside, meaning there's more liquidity to grab at the tops, which has been my thesis now for over a month, that we are going to squeeze out these shorts to the upside. You can see, though, compared to the last week and the week prior, we are starting to build some liquidity to the downside, which is still nowhere near what it is to the upside. But what you wouldn't want to see is this yellow line start to get light blue and all the short liquidations kind of disappear before we break to the upside and start to build a ton of liquidity to the bottom side, because that would be some confluence, obviously, that we could be reversing to the downside. But pretty similar in terms of a liquidation heat map, very similar to what it was in weeks prior, but we are building some long liquidations to the downside. From a technical standpoint, I believe last week we were on this candle right here. I said last week I was still very bullish, right? I'd taken that leveraged long trade from the bottom of this channel, and my theory was we should at least get up to the midpoint, about 60K. 60K psychological in this midpoint zone right here was like my kind of de-risk area where I was going to take some position off of that leveraged long. Obviously, we did actually get a bounce right at that area where I knew we'd have heavy resistance. But today we had a massive push to the upside, kind of broke through that level a little bit. I still wouldn't say this is a confirmed break of this midpoint. We're kind of hanging around in the zone right here. But nonetheless, very bullish. Like, we did get a reaction from that level that I talked about, and we moved up and hit that level I was talking about. What you would want to see is more bull pressure, more buy pressure to the upside to move through this midpoint, maybe a daily close somewhere above in this zone. And the next big level I'd be looking at for resistance would be the top of this channel, which would probably come in anywhere between 67, 68K, somewhere, or I guess 66 to 68K, somewhere in this zone, depending on when we hit this level, would be that next spot of resistance. But obviously, like I said, still in this channel, right? We're still going up and down in this channel. It's given us a million trades if you were to just trade every touch of this channel, both top and bottom. And this last touch was no different, and that was majority of the reason I'd taken this trade, and it worked out well. So I still am majority in this trade. I've de-risked a little bit on the compound trade, but I'm still holding it. My expectations is we at least test the top of this channel and potentially get that massive short squeeze to the upside. And I guess that's a good segue kind of into our educational segment, where each week I'm going to kind of review a different technical indicator, technical tool, or some sort of technical analysis theory, where I'll kind of break it down. I do want to try to pick some indicator or tool that relates to current price action, something I'm currently looking at in the chart. The most glaring thing right now is this bull flag pattern that I've posted quite a bit about. So yeah, I'll kind of give a very general idea of what it is and then how you trade it. So bull flag. So yeah, bull flag is the yep, exactly. Bull flag is the theme for this week. And And very simply, this right here is a bull flag. So if I could mark out this zone with a purple line. So this section is a bull flag, right? So basically the anatomy of a bull flag, you have two parts. You have the pole and then you have the flag, right? So just like a normal flag you'd see in real life, it has the pole and the flag. So if I'm talking about the flag, I'm talking about this channeling pattern on the upside. I'm talking about the pole. It's this impulsive move up, right? So we have the pole and we have the flag. The flag part is going to be a channel, right? Either downward sloping or upwards sloping. I actually drew a couple of these out so you guys could get a little bit better view of what each of these are. So
shit.
yeah, so there's two bull flags and two bear flags. Some people don't talk about this type of bear bull flag as much, which is like an upward sloping channel. But your typical textbook bull flag would be one impulse move up and then this downward sloping channel, right? And the reason it's called a bull flag, right? Flag obviously being this technical pattern, bull representing the direction of movement that you expect price to go. So when price action makes this pattern, you would then expect price to break to the upside, right? So you would expect price to do something like this in a bull flag, right? The next type of flag is a bear flag. And I'll actually go down to this one. This would be like almost like an inverse bull flag or a bear flag. So you have that same impulsive move, that flagpole move to the downside. You then have price consolidating in a channel upwards. And then because it's a bear flag, you would expect price to do something like this, right? To the downside. You'd expect it to break downwards and continue that trend. The two types of bear flags that not as many people talk about is, there's a bear and a bull flag. The bear flag that would be similar to kind of the price action we're seeing now, but if we'd had an upward sloping channel, so something like this, where we get the flagpole and then the channel slopes upwards, you would actually expect that to break to the downside. And then obviously the inverse version of that would be a downwards inverse move and then a downward sloping channel and then price to reverse to the upside. The easiest way to remember this, and I think the reason that price moves the way they do is very simply because of liquidity, right? So in this move, right, when we get this massive move to the upside, this channel is holding all of its liquidity to the upside because basically when you form a downward sloping channel, right, you're leaving, and this is just any trader, right? Any retail trader is going to put their stop loss. They're going to be taught, right? Kind of like trading 101 is you put your stop loss at the previous low, right? So these stop losses are all going to be generally, right, for retail right here. And as you can see, when we downward slope in a channel, none of these stop losses have been taken out, right? None of this liquidity has been grabbed. And if you understand anything, especially about the crypto market, you know that the market hunts liquidity, right? Price wants to go where retail stop losses are because institutions need to fill their positions and retail needs to get wrecked, right? 95+% of retail loses money. If we moved up, right, in this pattern, retail would lose money because this is where their stop losses are, right? So typically, right, you expect this pattern to break to the upside because we've taken the liquidity to the downside, right? If we use this price action movement on Bitcoin as an example, these are two of the largest Bitcoin liquidation events in history, right? We've taken that liquidity, we've wrecked retail to the downside. Now price wants to break to the upside and take all this liquidity on the high side, right? And so basically what you would expect is a breakout pattern to the upside. In terms of target, because this is, I think, another very important aspect of bull flags that isn't really taught as much, is you actually do get patterns based on the flag pattern. I'm sorry, you get targets based on the flag pattern. The very general consensus of where the target would be a one-to-one extension of where the breakout occurred. So if you were to take this pattern, for instance, right? And this one's actually kind of interesting because when you look at this pattern, I think there's 2 points at which you could kind of debate the flagpole started and ended. Very clearly, right? You can see that the flagpole ended at the top when we started channeling. But in terms of where it started, I think there's 2 candidates, right? There's either this flagpole bottom or there's this flagpole bottom, right? So you want an impulsive move up with no kind of chop or consolidation. In my opinion, I would say this is the stronger candidate to be the flagpole just because we did have a extended consolidation period right here. And if you go further back, right, you have a long consolidation period before this low. So all of these points are kind of invalidated, but you could make a case that this could be the flagpole bottom and this was one impulsive move up. But I actually would say this is more likely to be the impulse move that started this consolidation period. So if we were to do a 1-to-1 consolidation target for using the flagpole, right, what we would do is we'd take the distance of this flagpole. So you would go from this top to the start of the flagpole, which is right here. You draw this box and you would wait for a breakout, right? So when you're trading the channel, right, or any type of flag pattern, you want to wait for price to break out of the channel before you make any trades, right? So if you were to try to, let's say you were up here and price kind of breached above this channel and you entered along and said, oh, this is the break of the channel. Well, you would have got wrecked, right? Same thing with here and here and here. So what you want to do is you want to wait for price to break out, right? So break out of the channel, back test the channel, and then continue upwards, right? That's kind of your very basic idea of when the flag pattern is completed and we're looking for targets, right? So we have this flag pole extension, right? 1-to-1 extension. So this is the same size as that flagpole. You would wait for that breakout and back test, right? Let's say it happened right here. And you would say, my price target, very generally speaking, is a 1-to-1 extension. So the top of this box, right? So if price broke out, let's say the beginning of October, right? Theoretically, we would look for a price target of about 130K, right? If it broke a little bit further down, let's say like mid-October, right? Then you're looking for about 129K, et cetera, right? So that's very basically how you trade a flag pattern, what a flag pattern looks like. I do want to show you guys one more quick example because I think this is pretty interesting. I think the last time we got a really clear flag pattern was an inverse bear flag pattern, right? So just like how we talked about earlier, right? If we go back to here, it would be this pattern right here where we get that pole move to the downside, and then we consolidate, and you would expect that bear move to the downside. We actually see that when we had the very top of Bitcoin last cycle, we see that exact pattern play out, right? So if you're just looking at this chart, to me, it sticks out like a sore thumb. For more untrained people, it might be kind of harder to identify, but very clearly you have your flag pattern right here. So you have your flag pattern, or your flag pole, I'm sorry, right here. And then you have your channel, right? Oh, where'd my channel go? Right here, right? Here's your downward sloping channel. Boom, right? So here's your flag, your bearish flag pattern from last cycle. Very easy to identify, right? If you have a trained eye. What's very interesting about this too, if we do that 1-to-1 extension rule, right? So we take the length of the flagpole from the top to the bottom, and we look at where we broke out. And this is, again, very important. You don't want to trade breakouts. You want to trade the back test. So see how we broke out and then back tested that channel and then continued downward. If you do a 1-to-1 extension of where price ended up, right, it would have given you a very, very accurate bottom price target. If you would have shorted the market there, you would have almost called the exact bottom before we got a little bit of a bounce. So that's very basic flag patterns 101. There are variations of flags like pennants and wedges and stuff like that that are very similar but different pattern wise that we'll probably get into on different shows. But that's your very basic flag pattern.
Dude, that was amazing. And yeah, I love that bar that you dropped. You don't want to trade the breakout. You want to trade the back test. Is that right?
Yeah. And so that's actually a big thing for me just in general trading. I don't do any breakout trades because typically anytime you breakout trade, you're FOMO trading, right? So like we have two great examples right here, actually, right? The reason 3 really. So at the time, let's say right here where we got that massive liquidation event, right? Price breached all the way down here. And if you were to just say, oh, price broke out of this channel and you would enter like a massive leveraged long right here, you would have gotten trapped back into the channel and stopped out, right? Because you're FOMO trading. You're saying, oh, it's breaking out of the channel. We're going to get that massive move to the downside. Oh, nope, we get to close back into the channel and then it reverses. Same thing with right here and right here and right here. I think breakout trading is very, very rarely works. And so what's much more effective to me, what confirms a breakout, which is a very important concept for people to understand, is knowing what a back test is, right? So rather than just wait for price to breach outside of this level and enter a short. What you would have wanted to see is price to breach out here, maybe hold, right? Spend some time up here and consolidate, back test this channel, and then continue upward. This point right here, sorry, I'm not great at drawing clearly, but this point right here, right, where you break that previous low and kind of change market structure, would be confirmed breakout of the channel for me. Some people just trade price action. So if price even breaches outside of the channel, they breakout trade. I don't do that. I think it's much more effective and much higher percentage when you can wait for back tests. So
I love how you think about that. So you're sort of confirming your decision. One thing people might ask about this is looking at these patterns. It sort of looks different, the chart, when I'm looking at a 1 minute, a 5 minute, a 1 week, a 5 week. Zoom out like the length and width of the candles that you're looking at. So how do you decide when you're making a trade, what bull flag pattern you're looking at? Because there might be a bull flag on the 5 minute, but it's bearish on the 1 week.
Right. So yeah, definitely. And those are, different time frame trading is really important to understand, because you might, let's say right here, at the bottom of this channel, on a daily chart, you're getting bull signals because you got this, bullish liquidation event and close back into the channel, and it's lining up with high term time frame, different indicators or tools. So on the high term time frame, you're bullish, but then on a lower time frame, if we go to like 5 minute, right, to the bottom of this chart, maybe on the 5 minute, you're getting like, actually this could be a good example, right? Like we had kind of a market structure change, a bearish market structure change to the downside on the 5 minute, right? The way I would look at that is, first of all, I always give more weight to higher time frames. So if, we had gotten that higher time frame close within this channel, and, my higher time frame indicators are telling me price is going upwards, then I would have a shorter time frame bias too long. So I would avoid taking any shorts on lower time frames because my higher term time frame is stronger and that was bullish, right? So if we're doing something, like on the daily, we're making like a bull flag pattern, right? But then on like the 5 minute, we're making a bear flag pattern. You could take that short off the 5 minute chart, but you have to know higher term time frame, you have a bias that's going up, right? Because it's kind of hard to visualize really, but let's say right here, this price action on the 5 minute was a bear flag, right? Well, you could still, get that bear flag to play out and get a little move to the downside without breaking your higher term time frame, bias, right? So price could come down here and then continue upwards. So you still won that 5 minute trade off the bear flag pattern on a lower time frame, but your high term time frame analysis wasn't invalidated, right? That's called fractal trading, which I wouldn't say it's advanced, but it's, you can get into the weeds a little bit with, high term, low time frame biases, and how fractals work and how you can counter trade your bias and still win on lower time frames. Like I said, you kind of get in the weeds, but yeah, I mean, if I'm trading a bear flag pattern on a lower time frame and it doesn't invalidate my higher term time frame bias, then I'll take it. But if it's a bear flag pattern that would invalidate my higher term time frame bull flag pattern, then I wouldn't take it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that completely makes sense, and I think it's a great answer. You're looking at a low market cap coin, Bitcoin. I think it's few trillion. So probably TA works. It's got enough volume for that. But what if I'm, for example, looking at chicken with knife? It's at a $16,000 market cap, and the RSI and the bull flags all look great.
Is this on Solana or is this on Ethereum?
This is on Tron. This is on Sun Pump on Tron. It's about
I don't even know how to get there. I don't even know how to get there.
You should never ask directions either. Money goes. It's just you lose it in Tron instead of Solana. But what if you're looking at like a really low market cap ticker? How do you think TA plays in? Does it play in at all? Like, do you use it for that?
So I would say if you're talking about like a micro cap, like a sub 1 million sub 1 million market cap coin, or even anything really below like 20 to 50 million market cap, I'd say technical analysis works much less, if at all, especially sub 1 million, like a micro cap. I wouldn't do any technical analysis really. VWAP, RSI, any indicators like that, even technical tools, like I wouldn't put any weight on them. I would more so just look for good risk to reward. So like, if a coin, if we're looking at a chart, let's say this is a micro cap, right? And you can only see this side of price. I might create an exit strategy based on price retracement. So if we're like down here on a micro cap and I just have a very general view that the price will go up in the future, it's a strong token with strong community, right? Put much more weight towards fundamentals. Then I might say, hey, if I enter in at a 50% dip, then once we break the all-time highs, I can scale out 50% of my position and cover initials. And then I have 150% move to the upside. I'll take out another 25. You can kind of use it that way. I don't know if I'd even call that technical analysis. It's more so risk management. But in terms of like technical tools and patterns, any like micro cap, it's like it doesn't mean anything. It's just price is so volatile. It's so it can be controlled and manipulated so easily. I think technical analysis is kind of invalidated. So what I would focus more on micro caps is just fundamental analysis. So looking at like I said, the team, or whatever, check marks that you have when getting into a micro cap that you think this coin is going to be strong. And then you create like an exit strategy, based on percentages and kind of numbers is what I would say.
Thank you. I think that's great. What about you, Paul? Well, do you look at the charts and analyze smaller micro caps?
I pretty much just ape into whatever my cartoon Jiminy Cricket tells me to do. And 9 times out of 10, I'm bloody. But every once in a while, he'll hit a lick on a hippo and he doesn't call me. That's totally all right though. No man,
your title meetings all day. What can I say? Bad meeting day.
Yeah, it was one of those days. Literally, that's what happened. I was in real estate meetings all day, and so that's all right. I'll take real estate meetings over crypto meetings at this point. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, a lot of people say, they buy bottom charts. And it seems like, over the past 3 weeks, there's a lot of charts that have been bottomed. I've been watching Wolf, Andy, definitely Bobo, Dodo as well. So I think seems like there's going to be some great opportunity over the next maybe 3 months.
Absolutely. Bottom charts everywhere. But I guess I'll answer the question to myself. When I look at TA on a lower market cap coin, I look at it more as a psychological thing. The Fibonacci levels, which are great for seeing buying zones, for me represent good areas for me to sell, depending on how high it is. And also if I see it's dipped a certain amount, I think, oh, well, this looks like a good time to buy because it's gone down this much. People are either going to be recouping to get back to even, or new buyers are going to be coming in.
But what's a Fibonacci? What's a
Fibonacci sequence is a sequence of numbers that's very famous, honestly, but it's great also for charting. We can have Storm pull that up real quickly and show. It's probably easier to do. But these things for me on the lower market caps represent more of a psychological thing. Like if you start seeing a chart crashing and selling off, oftentimes people just keep selling because the last guy sold and they're worried if they're going to be able to get any part of the liquidity pool. So I look less at that as a TA and more as, oh, everybody's panic selling. Sometimes the opposite happens. It just, something starts flying up. And if you see enough volume coming in, it's probably going to continue going because people like following what the last people are doing, especially if a lot of people are doing it. And when I see a consolidation of a bull flag, the consolidation is telling me the sell pressure is going off, the buy pressure is helping keep it at that point. And consolidation can break to the up or to the down, but it's usually a positive sign if that price action is very narrow. And the narrower it gets, the better typically, and then it will break out. But it's more of a psychological indicator on the lower market caps, the way that I look at it. And here's Fibonacci.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know if you guys see this, guys.
Yeah. So do you want me to explain kind of just very basically?
Yeah, that'd be dope, man, if you don't mind. Just because we're all over here taking notes.
Yeah. No, totally. Fibonacci's are very, very simple tool. It's a very like baseline level tool. Yeah. So similar to what Blood said, you know, the Fibonacci sequence is like a sequence found not just inside of trading, but outside. It's kind of like nature sequence, they call it. I can't remember the exact equation, how they get each number, but you kind of like add and then divide by the previous number over and over again. And you get this sequence of numbers. And that's kind of called the Fibonacci sequence. But anyways, a Fibonacci retracement tool is basically measuring what percent using those Fibonacci numbers, Fibonacci sequence numbers, and kind of putting them into a retracement tool to kind of measure how deep a move is going. So what you do, right? I'll actually kind of restart. So if I started right here, let's say we're trying to, do a Fibonacci tool on this move. So this impulse flag move that I just showed you, right? So here's the bottom, here's the top. And we're trying to measure basically how deep this retracement was going to go before it moved to the upside. You would mark the bottom right here, and then you would drag this tool to the top of the move right here. And you can kind of see all these numbers are percentages that represent how far the price retraced within this move, right? So 0.5, which is 50%, right? When price gets here, that means price has retraced 50% of this entire move right here, right? And so on and so forth. So this is 23.6% of the move. This is 38.2% of the move. And again, the way you're getting, these aren't random numbers. These are Fibonacci sequence numbers. It's kind of a math thing. Kind of not hard to explain, but it doesn't really matter. These are just kind of Fibonacci sequence numbers. The reason why this is a 23.6, 38.2%, kind of sounds random, but it's a mathematician's thing. For me personally, I don't really pay attention unless I'm doing like harmonics or Elliott wave theory, which is a much more advanced concept. I don't really pay attention to any of these levels other than the 618, which is kind of like the more famous Fibonacci sequence number, 618 spiral. And I actually have, it's called the golden pocket, which is kind of more of a zone of the 618. So it's the 61.8% retracement to the 66% retracement. This zone right here is like, I think, extremely accurate. This is one of my biggest confluences for a lot of my trades. It's actually was a confluence for this last trade I took right here, right? So right here, when we close kind of inside the zone again with the bottom of the channel, that Fibonacci retracement was, a confluence for that trade. And it's a confluence for most of the trades I take is that 618 golden pocket. But that's what a Fibonacci retracement means. It's just using Fibonacci sequence numbers to kind of to basically mark up how deep a retracement is going, and then you can kind of trade off of it. Use them as kind of support levels on the way down.
Dang, that's cool. I honestly did not know that. Now I do. So next time you guys ask me a question, I might actually be able to answer it other than with some sort of a joker quip.
The answer is Fibonacci.
Fibonacci.
And it's interesting, the 0.618 really, Storm, same thing by me. That's the main one that I watch as well. But when you have it go to 0.618 and then I think it's 0.712 the next one, sometimes you have it dip below then. And that's when you really have to think, is this the time that I get out because it's going to zero? Or am I getting a really, really good opportunity? That would be like the golden ball zone right below the golden buy zone. You got to grab them and see what you want to do. But it's interesting. It's either like the best opportunity there or the worst opportunity. And in the Fibonacci extension, it also can help you see like probably the chart is not going to go past this zone. So here might be a good time to scale out some of my profits. But on meme coins, sometimes it doesn't make sense because there's no Fibonacci sequence for 100x, which happens.
Yeah, no, Fibonacci extensions are great for price targets. I'm not going to I don't want to spend too much time because these are probably whole episodes we could do this on, but this is what the Fibonacci extension tool would look like. It's basically using those same ratios to the upside. So you're basically using, the same way you would maybe use, let's say your Fibonacci trading strategy would be, hey, I'm going to scale in, right? I'm going to buy into Bitcoin on this retracement because I think it's time frame bullish, and I'm going to add 25% position size at 382 at the 0.5 at 618, and then be fully in if it does get all the way down to the 786 into my position. kind of like Paul was saying earlier, DCAing in, right? Using each of these confluent levels to, put more and more position size. On the flip side of that, once I am in, right, and we do get that bounce, I can use the Fibonacci extension tool to scale out. So like the one-to-one extension, I could take off 25% and then another 25% at 1618, so on and so forth. So Fib extension tool is a great tool for taking profit, laddering out, but it's also a good confluence tool for shorting. If price was to go up here and you did want to short the market, you could also get price targets and resistance levels from that as well. So,
dude,
awesome.
I remember when Wolf got called in because Bitcoin, and I jumped in at I think it was 500 or 700, something like that, and they were talking about the 1.68, which I think was at 17 or 18 million.
Yep.
And literally once it hit it, that thing just went down.
Yeah.
And I remember the conversation was very specific about how, the different Fibonacci levels and how that really comes into play, and how it was spot on. I think it was one of the dudes, I think it was Haggard that called it. And it was at 14 when I was watching it on Deck Screener or whatnot. And so there was something that shot up that I missed, and all of a sudden it just went down.
Yeah, that 618 number, that 61.8% or 618 number, it's the famous Fibonacci sequence number. You should watch a documentary on it. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's a little more spiritual too. There's a bunch. There's a bunch of different documentaries on it. I'm sure you could find a bunch on YouTube. But it's this weird, if we're living in a simulation, that's the baseline code of our simulation. There's so many patterns in nature, like the spiral of a cone on a seashell, or if you look at a tree, right, the ratio at which the tree circles spiral is 61.8%. That number is just very repeating in nature. You can almost think of it as a coded number in nature. And so even trading, right? Trading markets basically track psychology, right? This price movement up and down and these candles, they're charting human emotion and psychology of people literally buying and selling. And so it's almost like 618, that number, 61.8% retracement, is just a very natural number that price will dip to before people buy. It's kind of weird. It's almost like a little bit woo-woo, you could say, but it's very accurate. I've not only back tested it, but used it for years with a lot of success with Confluence with other technical indicators as well. But yeah, it's just some weird magical number that's seen in nature, and I guess apparently in the trading markets as well. So
yeah, it's seen everywhere. There's actually a really off topic, but there's a famous eyelash place in Beverly Hills. I think it was Anastasia or something, but they made a ton of money by developing the system with the golden ratio, where they use the Fibonacci sequence to actually figure out how to put these eyebrows or trim the eyebrows. And it's really interesting how this number works from both a charting perspective, making your eyebrows look better on seashells. So,
yeah. Well, that's actually another thing. So human anatomy, again, this is getting a little weeds, but it is really interesting. Human anatomy can be broken up by the golden ratio. So the length of your arm to your elbow to your forearm it's typically placed right about 61.8% of the length of your arm. Same thing with your fingers. So the start of if you look at your hand, where your knuckle starts is about 61.8% of the length of your hand is where your knuckle starts. And then also each line in your hand. It's really weird. Human anatomy is broken down into the same ratio as well, from your head down to your toes. It's super, super weird. It's almost like a conspiracy theory in a way, but I can tell you with a lot of accuracy, the 618 golden pocket, that ratio happens a lot. That retracement level gets hit and bounces up a lot, whether it's nature or coded in the universe, I'm not sure, but I can tell you from back testing and forward testing that it is pretty accurate. So.
Yeah, they shape some BBLs as well after Fibonacci. Just saying.
That's how you learned algebra.
Oh man.
Huh.
I didn't know that actually. That's good to know.
West Hollywood.
What are you looking at? I'm just trying to solve for X. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man!
Wow, man, we got more than we bargained for. That was great.
Yeah. Well, so speaking of Fibonacci in nature, there are charts that body you. And speaking of bull flags, there's definitely plenty of charts that I've been participating in that are flying at half flag by the time I'm done because they've taken all my money. That happens as well at times. But let's
I just did my my weekly crypto takeover live Bloodboy buy. So every time we're on the crypto takeover, I buy more blood.
Oh, nice, Paul. Thank you. I appreciate that. We should do the show a lot more often, guys. I'm thinking 3, 4, 5 times a day. No one else show up besides Paul.
We're just over here trying. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get my guy out of 8-bit, kind of get him into maybe 64, 128. That's my kind of Fibonacci, or what I just call graphics for video games.
Yeah, I've been trying to get the guy's Twitter handle, but apparently Fibonacci does not have a social media, and yet we still trust him with so much on the trading that we do. But speaking about Fibonacci, we've reached the 0.618% time of our show, which means it is time for a Fibonacci music break, sponsored by Jumping Planets.
I can't wait to hear Zeely put the word Fibonacci in something. It's going to happen.
That one's even better than capital gains. I want to see some Fibonacci
Dude,
bars.
The capital gains one was fucking phenomenal. Dude, I was watching the playback. It was really good.
Oh, wait till you read the transcripts. It is wild.
Yeah. Yeah. Fibonacci on that ass like, yeah. Okay, that ass on Fibonacci. We just keep it cold like when Gretzky playing hockey. Zilly in the zone is jumping planets, they can't stop me. Got them all marching and we see the paparazzi coming for us quick. About to drop the bladder out. Anytime we spend the money, better know we ladder out. We don't ever clip out. I do not pull that shit out. But if I make your girl, guarantee I blow that hip out. Now tell me what that shit about. You know the way we do. Fibonacci sequence. That's the 1 to the 3 to the 5. I don't know. Add it up. Yes, my guy. All my numbers keep them prime. I ain't moving with the slime. You know the deal, homie. Don't make them pull rags. We going up, yeah, we charting down bull flag. Then we keep it moving, homie. We in some animals. Take off your mandible when you see me down the channel, we about to rip out. We about to rip out. We got that shit out. We got that shit out. Yeah, we about to rip out. We keep it steady, huh? By the way, I'm gonna suggest that we start calling bull flags dead homies. Because it looks like you're pouring out for the dead homies. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, it's me and my guy. Jumping planets got the target and you eat the bullseye. Pop it, let it go, shooting at the arrow. Real quick on the microphone to your bone marrow. They want that blood, we give it to them straight. They cannot relate, so we must sedate. Medicate, meditate, we don't ever segregate. Grab the microphone and show these people how we elevate. We moving to the Steez, who you know it's me, Zealand, JP, and Buck Rodgers, yeah, he up on the tables, and me, I'm on this microphone, you know I keep it able, Earlier, Buck fell out his chair, y'all was not aware, but me, I heard the snare, hit just like him, it ripped just like him, and yes, I might come back with my friend like, yo, jump it down on the beatbox, it's me and Buck Rodgers, yeah, we got them heat rocks, cause we get that heat hot, I said heat hop, I meant heat hot, I got my Reebok, psych, I don't wear Reeboks, only Converse and Nikes, people wanna spike me, I slap them like I'm Spike Lee, I might be the most dopest MC, a deity, but you don't like me, you better come and knife me, 90 degrees like the angle, yes I'm right, keep it tight, Dolomite, satellite, got the appetite, and I'm bad at night, plus I'm bad at day, you don't wanna get it, yo, your girlfriend bumping Sugar Ray, me, I'm on a whole attitude, different latitude, the way I grab the microphone, you think that I was mad at you, it's sad to be you today, I keep it witty, What I say, a bad day to be Diddy. But I'm up in the zone, we keep it plumb, Zilly on the zone, my coins don't ever dump, about to get a billion like my name was Dollar Trump, billionaire, trillionaire, zillionaire, still rising, analyzing the chart, you know what's up, we don't stop, cause y'all don't start, real live mechanics, the way we do it, goddamn it, we blowing up in this bitch and we sink them like Titanic, dynamite coming off the zone, I am back in my tone, JP will take you home, like it was Rome, might kick it down the hole, might yell 300, hey, you step into the dome, me and my guy, we get too fly, y'all just sit by, we just get by, like Quali said, and my policy is to come with that honesty, the number one prodigy, when I spit on my philosophy, it ain't no Fibonacci though, even though I be in the sequence, they see it bro, they getting mad at me, they know like every weekend, no, they see me creeping bro, running through the sequence though, telekinesis flow, yes I move shit, no Jedi Knight, my head is tight, my bed is right, I sled at night, which means I slid on, no they can't stop me, I'ma change my rap name to Slidanachi, yeah, cause I be sliding on the beat now, it's a beat down, I'm a freak now, magnifique now, to that heat sound, Buck where you at, ayy, hit a little faster, yo, show them how you tap, come on. JP Fibonacci. Yeah. JP. Jumping planets in the building, it's the crypto takeover. Yeah. Come on. I think my guy just had the bear flag, cause the beat slowed down, it dropped down, it's bad, but we are in the zone, know what's up, yeah, I'm a lad, I come up in this bitch and smack your ass like I'm your dad, I'm not your daddy, want some rap beef, him, they ask me, I'm an athlete at the track meet, I be running, they can't stop me, I'm too quick, they never slap me, yes, I keep my hair real nappy, but when I'm in the zone, I walk with canes like I'm your pappy, we can get scrappy, no Scooby-Doo, you moving to that voodoo move, I got you on YouTube, you tell me how you do, okay, we through with crew, we rolling in the spot, we never late to hate you over, by the way, it is the crypto takeover, that's the crypto, we fuck it like an info, and if you think I'm talking shit, well, you right, that's an insult, now pull out your pen and pencil, it's time to stencil, we real live rappers and all you other niggas is rentals, we in your mouth just like a dental, that's a dentist, we've been training like a Jedi Knight, and y'all still some apprentice, and I meant it when I minted it, just like it's a coin, oh my god, that boy might just pick you off from the loins, put him on the grill, cause we from Texas for real, flow with zeal, giving you chills, you know the way we feel, Hamburger Hill, Amityville, yes we still and still leave you in chills, I told you boys, yes for real, build it up, brick by brick, hit it down, this the shit, go ahead, hit a lick, what are them coins called, was it hippos or rhinos, I don't know, but I fold, I show you how I do it ninefold, this ain't no typo, my mind goes psycho, so fat I need lipo, I might go on this microphone, show you the right flow, like I said before, I got it geometrically, pathetically, these rappers think they got recipes next to me, no, they ain't cooking, they still looking, it's JP and we got it booking, these niggas think that we crooked, we just chillin', we just vibing, Buck Rodgers, JP, straight homicide, and what up? Yeah, we gotta get PG-13 maybe. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. About to clip that on your girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For real. Buck Rodgers, how you feeling, man? For real. Give me beats I can eat, yeah, it's beats in the blockchain. We come in this place with hot game. It's a hot swap name on top things, drop flame. If they got the problem with me, well, they should not main. I got hot aim, I hit from 1,000 yards away. And today, it's not your day, we about to play. Okay, we super rate the way we do it in 4K, no, make that AK HD, cannot take me, It's the crypto takeover, yeah, you know what's up. And almost like the break's over, but we just on the mic and we shake over MCs that think they dope. We take y'all to another place out of the nebula. When I'm in the zone, I rip this homeway, I ain't regular. Call your editor, call your janitor to clean up all the messes, yeah. We up in the zone, we manifest it and we bless it, Y'all getting woo-woo, do what you do. We be Fibonacci on the sequence, how we move, You can get the ratio, plus the angle while your girl give me fellatio. I'm sorry with it, yeah, we so safari with it, meaning that we wild with it. You was still denial with it. Ace is not a trial with it. Go ahead, profile with it. I will hit you in the chest and leave you spitting bio with it. I be grinding in a different state of mind, state of time. Say what's up, I'm about to break the grind. Flame your mind, yeah, this is the way you be, Scorpion, when I end you, that's fatalities. They don't really want to get it. The flame be coming out, the blood be coming out, the flood be coming out. But when I see all my homies, the love be coming out. Then I twist my bandana backwards, a thug coming out, I am not Tupac, but I knock you out, your 2 socks. We too hot, you niggas need 2 rocks just to shoe hop, I got the blueprint, I leave your body too dense. And you was just a nuisance, and we be staying prudent, but we just bust flows. It's JP, man, see, man, I am not out here on the street, man. Need fans, but I just blow up, I got that heat hand. Weak, man, might just show up like I was weak, man, no jokes and no apologies. Me and Buck Rodgers is spitting mad philosophy. Me and Buck Rodgers is Ptolemy and Socrates. And fuck hypocrisy, we about to show you how you ought to be. What up? Jumping planets. Yeah. It's the crypto takeover. What up? 2 minutes. What up? Buck Rodgers, y'all. Come on, Yeah. That was beautiful, man. Jumping Planets, crypto takeover. Yeah. Get a good feeling. Dos Machina. We play games like we was Serena Williams. Feeling hit that to Venus. They getting mad, they know we too genius. This is DNA double helix. We too hot like lava rocks in Phoenix. And I don't even know if a volcano's there, I doubt it. But if Yellowstone blow, guarantee we will reroute it. Drop it on the continent, I promise I got confidence. The flow is looking prominent and we is not stopping it. You become an obstacle, we heat you like it's tropical. These people cannot see me cause I darkened all my opticals. You don't need to see my eyes, you need to see my iris. Cause my 9 fists might turn you into the ice spit. Ice shit, I take it back when I rhyme this. Understand the flow like this could not align with any constellation. We gon' need your concentration. Jumping planets in the building and y'all need evaluation. So we come into your planet, we break it like it's ceramics. I told them like, God damn it, guarantee they can't handle it. See, we talking crypto, that's the currency of future. And me and Buck Rodgers, we just jumped right out the computer. And we came to slay ya, showing you it ain't a bit. And if you talking shit, shut your mouth up and save it. This is on your playlist, this ain't the Matrix. I shape shift, smack a rapper, take him in my spaceship. Show him how to break shit, then give your mom a bracelet. Now face it, ain't nobody sweet as this, come taste this. Erase the rappers who back with disaster. Back up on these niggas, we guarantee it's the rapture. We moving like we some pterodactyls flying through the sky. Jumping planets, the guys that make you not sleep at night. Cause we creeping. See the beacon, we heat it like every weekend. I told you that we ain't sleeping cause we stayed up. We just took some Skittles. You don't know what that is? Well, you can solve the riddle. I'm just keeping it going, my energy will never go and stop. Yeah, it's too hot, I'm on the block and this is how I rock. It's the crypto takeover and my boy BoughtTheBlock. You did not, that's why we keep the shit hot. What up? Get a good feel, get a good feel, yeah. All right, Paul, it's your turn to rap.
So let's talk about real estate. Wow. Golly. Man, that was dope. Yeah, it is. Bro, shout out to Jumping Planets. That was absolutely fire, dude. Taking a little notes here. He said, first off, we're going to call Bull Flags dead homies. Yep. So for those out there, let's remember that. He said, ain't no one this sweet. Come taste it. That was good. Love that line. That was a bar. Full clip on your girl. Fibonacci on that ass. Man, I can't wait to the transcript on that's going to be amazing. That was dope as fuck. Again, guys, you're watching the Crypto Takeover. If you like what you're watching, if you like what you're seeing, follow us on YouTube. Hit us up on X. Man, if you're into Twitter, if you're into crypto and you'd like to jump up on stage, the dope thing is the way that we're streaming right now, we can easily get you the stream key. You can jump in with us. We're going to take the show on the road, so to speak. We're going to start bringing in guests and whatnot. I'm really excited to see what the future holds, as this is our 4th show, and every time it gets a little bit better and a little bit better. And that was just, I think that was a moment right there for sure. I think we just had one of our first. Actually, we had a couple moments this show, truth be told, man. We had Storm going off on Fibonacci's and shells. I learned a lot. It was so good that Manny Blood might be like, he might dox himself. Actually, billions and I think that like Bloodboy is the biggest catfish I've ever been fished. That's probably a chick.
Do you think he has AI voiceover?
Oh.
No, that would be.
Talk about that.
Yeah, well, you're married, Paul, so I won't make a joke. But if you were married, I would say no. That would be my other profile, Samantha, in your DMs. But oh, can't help it. Unbelievable bars. When we upload YouTube videos, they always ask, "Is this content made for children?" And the answer, uncategorically, after this show is 100%. This is not made for children, and this is not the math lesson your 6-year-old was looking for. But unbelievable, the bars, and it's been a great show so far. Besides EchoGate, which I think is our most minor technical issue we've ever had, really proud of us.
Aside from Buck falling out of his chair, but that's another thing.
Run the replay back.
Mm-hmm. Play the tape. Dude, that Skittles bar was dope too.
Oh yeah, you're welcome, and thank you.
Yeah. It was South by this year, and I gave Buck a Skittle. Ruined his night.
I love Skittles and chocolate bars. All types of bars are good.
Bars are good. Like everyone's just bars over here. Dude, a little Diddy comment in there too, huh?
Yeah. If anybody's trading Diddy, sell right now.
Actually, it popped. If you look on DexTrader, it's Diddy's trending.
Oh, he's definitely trending. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
for all the wrong reasons.
Also, those that are normies in there, typically, if you see something like a Diddy coin, most likely it's a pump and dump. So just be careful with that. At the end
that is one liquidity pool I am not getting into.
No, that's a bad one.
Hey Siri, if Diddy did diddle dudes, how many dudes did Diddy diddle?
According to my calculations, if Diddy did diddle dudes, Diddy diddled over 1 billion dudes.
Oh damn, does that mean Diddy's getting his doodle did?
Oh, most definitely. If Diddy's found guilty, Diddy's definitely getting his doodle hole diddled by dudes with large diddles.
Oh, Diddy done did it now.
Where the fuck did you find that?
Internet.
Lord.
My God. Speaking about the internet and non-controversial figures that no one talks about,
billions and billions.
Let's talk about our favorite billionaire, past president, possibly future president, Donald Trump, and the big news in the crypto world, besides all the crypto coins launched about him, is Trump is actually launching a crypto platform called World Liberty Financial, not to be confused with the 16 different, mostly rugs, also called World Liberty Financial in the meme coin world. So it's pretty crazy.
What?
Billions and billions and billions.
I mean, it's gonna go bad, right? Like, here's the thing: is it's probably gonna pump like everything does. At some point, it's gonna dump, and the opportunity is a chance that it's gonna, they're gonna blame him like every other celebrity coin. Storm, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, right now, there's not a lot of info out on it. It's still very speculative as to what it'll be and what function it'll have. It sounds more to me like Donald Trump is supporting the project just because it seems to be kind of led by his sons, I should say, Eric and Barron. It sounds like more of like a project that they're trying to run, and he's maybe supporting it, or maybe it's some sort of way to help fund his campaign. I'm not sure. It seems very random. I don't think if he's trying to support crypto, I don't know if this is the best way to do it. Is to launch his own token, and I don't even know. I think it's on its own chain or something, and it has like very weird mechanics with how you can pull money out and stuff like that. So I don't know. It just sounds like a lot of stuff is very speculative in terms of how it's going to be run and what its purpose is. But I mean, I will say if there's one, top of a market indicator, it's typically like celebrities and celebrity meme coins and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm not investing in it for sure. I'm more so just curious to see like the impact it has on the crypto space, I guess. Bloodboy, what do you think, I guess, about like the impact it'll have, or, I know there's not much about mechanically how it'll run, but what do you think the impact it'll have on crypto, positive or negative?
Yeah, it's a good question. Before I answer that, in typical politician fashion, I'm going to give you a complete different answer about my childhood and where I grew up. No, I'm kidding. I got some information on the mechanics of it, though, and some of the breakdown. It says that it's a governance token. So I guess the more you own, the more of an opinion you get in this blockchain or token, whatever it's going to be defined as. It's 20% reserved for the founding team. Bubble maps are going to be ugly. 17% set aside for user rewards, and the remaining 63% available to the public. No pre-sales or early buy-ins. You have to be an accredited investor. And if anybody trades stocks or knows about this, it's called a Reg D token offering, compliant with U.S. Securities and Exchange Commissions. Honestly, I think that it will probably do well in the beginning with the way the market is going. It's sort of a smart time to launch it. And then it's going to go really bad, like most crypto projects do.
Okay, a couple thoughts. One, I bet you 99.9% of crypto Twitter is not accredited.
We have nothing to do with buying this. Most people are not, for sure. Some are.
And so, but that's the disclosure, right? And for those that don't know what a credit is, basically, there's certain check boxes for you to be an investor. Specifically, people are going to be, either investing in companies or jumping into different funds. The fund manager will have to make sure that you're accredited, or at least you'll just fill out an accredited questionnaire. You have to have a $1 million net worth, have to make $250,000 over, like last year. If you're in an LLC or a company, you have to have a $5 million net worth, but it's basically just checking off one of those boxes. And so, typically if you have $1 million net worth, you're good to go there. And that can be, it can be in real estate, it can be liquid, whatever it is. However, if you have $1 million net worth in the Hippo coin, you're probably not accredited, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. However, you can do a screenshot and send it to somebody to talk about it.
Grab it by the blockchain.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I'll take it as a win if I get any type of money that would say I'm accredited for something that I invested a few $100 in this morning. I'm not going to get into my personal finances if I'm accredited or not. I've been there. But it's interesting how there's not going to be a lot of the people we see in crypto participating. I'm actually not sure if you have Bitcoin or Solana or something, if it can be counted towards being accredited. I'm not really sure on that part.
I believe it could, right? If you have, I would assume so. And really, at the end of the day, the the folks that you would be investing in, like for example, when I'm getting somebody to invest in my title company, they're filling out an accredited investor questionnaire, but I'm not asking them to then send me their account to verify it. The SEC is just basically just saying that you're going to provide them the information. I'm assuming they're going to be answering it truthfully.
Yeah, I've never had follow-up questions when I've been asked about being an accredited investor, so that does make sense. I just wonder if it ever comes up like, we're sorry, sir, these tokens do not qualify, but maybe these do. But regardless of, if it's officially accredited, and probably a lot of people are accredited, what I worry about is people from traditional finance who don't know much about crypto getting into a token that seems to have more complex mechanics than a lot of other tokens than even we participate in, and whether they're doing it because they support Trump or because they think it's a good opportunity. I just see a lot of places that it could cause problems. And if that negativity comes from people losing money on this project, and he's involved with supporting crypto, it worries me, honestly. Him as a voice supporting crypto is good. People losing money on a coin that is very complicated it scares me.
Well, and I think the only way, now granted, I don't know a whole lot about it, but unless if there was just some crazy level of utility, right? Maybe it was, instead of it being a meme coin, or do we know, is it an L1?
It's really, really vague. It sounds like it's some type of DAO where the coin allows you to have a vote and a voice in the decisions that they make, which is a good thing. Some DAOs work well, some DAOs don't. But it doesn't say what it's going to do, but it seems like it's not just an exchange of value, that there's some mechanics built into it. I really don't know. There's a lot of questions that are left unanswered, honestly.
I would assume it might be a layer one, like its own chain. It sounds like, with all the mechanics. I don't know, actually, that's very speculative, but just with all the mechanics they're talking about, and I've heard rumors that it's like when you buy in, there's like a certain amount of time that you're forced to hold the coin, like not almost like not a honeypot, but like you put your money in, you can't withdraw for a certain amount of time or something. There's a bunch of kind of mechanics. I was gonna say too, maybe that's an interesting quick topic that I know you mentioned, Paul, layer one versus layer two. That's a pretty good topic that I feel like most newcomers don't understand as well. Do you want to maybe explain kind of the quick differences between the two?
Yep. Yeah. So a what they call like an L1 is like a base layer. So like think Ethereum, think Solana, Tron, Ton, XRP. Yeah, like the base coin, Cardano. Those are called L1s. An L2, for example, would be like a meme coin, like Pepe, or Doge, or I'm assuming Bloodboy was probably degenning on Solana last night when he found this damn hippo coin that took off to whatever he's at. But and each chain is going to act and react differently. There's going to be kind of different rules within them as far as either one, what level of availability it is, right? So something like a Bitcoin or Ethereum or even Solana now, readily available, very easy to get. And then there are other coins like a Quibic, that is an AI coin that came out that was really hard to get, right? You had to like download your own type of wallet basically, and I think that barrier to entry sometimes can make it hard for people, especially when the perception a lot of times is that 9 times out of 10 these different projects, there's somebody behind it that you don't know, that could potentially be scamming you. Definitely not Bloodboy, but other people for sure. And then the thoughts of like a L2, like Base, for example, is probably going to be maybe one of the largest kind of onboarding projects there is, I bet, at the end of the day, just because of the amount of people that have Coinbase wallet and their ability to trade Base. Same thing with Polygon. And so, yeah, that's the difference. And then, correct me if I'm wrong, on a L3, what's that third layer?
Me or Bloodboy? I was gonna say real quick too. There's a good explanation, and yeah, the layer ones are kind of like the base chain layer that basically validate transactions. So like for instance, if you're making a transaction for a cryptocurrency token, like let's say you're buying Pepe, right, and that gas fee is being paid out in Ethereum, that means it's a that cryptocurrency token is being run on the Ethereum chain. It's being validated by the Ethereum chain. So that's another way to look at it. When I hear in this article that Bloodboy had sent me, it says one of the key points is World Liberty Financial aims to offer a unique crypto banking ecosystem, allowing users to borrow, lend, and invest in cryptocurrencies. That sounds a little bit more like a layer one potentially with, what it sounds like they're trying to, create its own unique ecosystem. Anytime I hear that, I think of layer ones, which is why I think it could be more of like a layer one, especially if they're trying to do, like if they're trying to create some behind it, it would, I think, definitely be a layer one. And that would make more sense. Like if they do like some layer two, layer three type thing, that's like a, like a meme coin. I mean, I don't like, there's no utility. Like, why are they launching it? Is it a money grab? But if they're like they have like some unique layer one that they're coding and creating, that has some unique functionality, that to me could, that could be interesting. I'd be interested to see what kind of they're planning on doing. And when they say, creating a unique banking ecosystem, that could to me hint more layer one, which would be a lot more interesting to me. I think if they did a layer one, I would be much more interested to hear what are their plans with this. If it's more of like a layer two type or like a meme coin, I'm more like, is this kind of like a money grab? That's at least my initial thoughts. So.
I have a quick question for the normies here. When you say governance coin or DAO, and that allows people to decide on, I guess, the movement of the coin, what does that mean exactly? What are they deciding on? What do they have a say on, and how impactful is that?
Bloodboy, do you want to take that away? I know that's your forte.
Not letting people have an opinion even if they own tokens. No, a DAO stands for a decentralized autonomous organization, and a governance token means, based on the amount of tokens you have, usually there's a certain threshold. Like if you have one token and there's a billion tokens out there, you're probably not going to get a voice at the table. But let's say every 10,000 tokens you own, then it becomes one vote. And sometimes it's every time you can vote, sometimes you can vote a certain amount of times based on it. There's different ways that they can build it, but it allows it to be decentralized, the decision making, and typically people have invested a lot of money. They sort of become the board members. So a DAO is sort of like a decentralized board setup. I'm actually going to disagree with you guys when you say it's a layer one. For me, it feels more like a layer three, a decentralized finance platform, sort of like Olympus Finance was in the past bull cycle. And what that was is where people, and you also mentioned, Storm, that line, by the way, that you read, that stood out to me the most, of like, this could go every way wrong.
Yeah.
What they did last cycle was they'd say if you staked your coin, meaning you said, I'm going to keep it here for a certain amount of time, you would then be able to borrow against that coin a certain amount of money, and then you could use the money that you borrowed to borrow against it again. And this also, speaking about problems, this also really reminds me of The Big Short, Paul, where people took mortgage securities and basically bet on people's bets where $50 million became $1 billion bet a day later. You can sort of do the same thing with these types of platforms if they're going to go that way. And the staking part and not being able to pull it out right away makes me think it could have some mechanics like that, where it seems really good and you're getting all these crazy APRs, but if there's no new money coming in, as one famous banker would tell you from New York, the whole thing can fall very quickly. So in a good market, it looks amazing. And I remember seeing 3 million% interest rates literally, and then all of a sudden it disappears really quickly. So I'm just saying what it potentially could be as a layer 3 DeFi platform with staking and borrowing and things like that, using crypto mechanics to borrow on the stake tokens and borrow on the stake tokens, or it could be something, a lot cleaner. But yeah, when I see like you can't pull out money for a certain amount of time and it allows people to borrow, it's a little bit of a worrisome thing. But again, these are all based on no idea except for an article with some very vague facts.
Yeah, you don't want somebody to made off with your project.
No,
you don't want your coins jacked. Yeah. Yeah, man, it seems like a shitload of risk for like what reward, basically. And maybe it's something where he's just really trying to appeal towards the crypto community. And maybe that's it. I don't know. God, if anybody in the chat has a better idea, please put it in there, because I would love to know. Or at the very least, to quote one of my favorite movies, Dodgeball. That's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see how this plays out.
Billions and billions and billions.
Yeah, I still, my hunch is like it has less to do with Donald Trump and more to do with like Eric and like his sons for some reason. I don't know. I just don't like first of all, I heard Donald Trump speak in Nashville at the Bitcoin conference. I was there.
What?
Yeah, I was there. And so him and RFK gave speeches that day, or I guess RFK was the day before. The difference between the two is they both were kind of bullishly talking about crypto, but RFK truly understood the mechanics of crypto and how he wanted to implement it into his policy. And this was obviously when he was still running, but he like truly understood cryptocurrency. He holds a large amount of Bitcoin. And he had like this whole plan of how he was going to implement it into the United States political system. Whereas Trump came up and it was, how Trump is. He's a showman. It was funny. It was like a stand-up comedian, but like never really gave any specifics about what he wanted to do. Very vague. Like you could tell he didn't really understand cryptocurrency, at least anywhere near the same way the other speakers like RFK did. And so I feel like it's very highly unlikely he's trying to create some like new age, maybe it is like the vision is there, but I don't think he's really behind it. It sounds more so like it's being propped up by him for, his sons. So
regardless if he's behind it, knows what's going on, I think that he can be a really positive voice for crypto, and he has been so far. And if he does something bad, they can use that against crypto by saying, oh, look, Trump said crypto is good, and then here's what happened. So, like when celebrities came in, I don't have anything specifically against them besides them not responding back to my request for autographs in the mail. But besides that, I hope they do a good job because they have a broader voice. More people hear them. And if they do something good or bad, that's going to have more of an effect on us, than almost anybody else. And he is one of the biggest voices that can be a good thing or a bad thing for cryptos. I hope it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, he, like we talked about last time with crypto and politics, I think the way the Trump administration handles cryptocurrency and how they implement it into their policies is going to be super important. That's what kind of scares me too about this project. Like, if it does go poorly, if it is like some sort of pump and dump or whatever, we all know what the bad things that can happen when launching your own token. That puts a really bad name on cryptocurrency, which is just now, I feel like this bull run starting to finally garner the trust from like bigger investors. And it's like really trying to move towards that TradFi higher end type finance versus like in the past, it's always been, cryptocurrencies for scammers, it's for thieves, it's, very high risk. And my only worry is that, if it does have some sort of like very negative effect or, event that pans out poorly, it just kind of, it doesn't look good. It's doesn't look good for the cryptocurrency space. So.
Yeah, and I think as we, besides Buck and Zealy, who the only risk we're going to have is if they start full stacking and full clipping charts and, when they become crypto millionaires as people keep sending them coins. People who come into crypto, if they're putting their money someplace and it goes badly, they tell 10 people afterwards. If it goes good, they tell 10 people. I think it's super important for the new people in the world of crypto to have a good experience for us to grow. And I hope the people who are buying World Liberty Financial have a good experience. And I guess we'll learn more.
Either way, I will not be buying it. Speaking of buying it, Storm, what should we what should be the first investment with the Jumping Planets.eth wallet?
So do we have like loose ETH on there that we're looking to invest, or are we just being sent coins?
No, there's ETH in there right now. Yeah, we got.
When
Currently,
we have-
we're starting out. By the way, today is September 17th, 2024. Started out with 0.5 ETH and about $350 in Bloodboy to start it out. And so actually I pumped your bags a little bit by buying it over here, guys. So you're welcome. I call that a tip.
Thank you.
And so now what should these gentlemen buy?
Well, I think with, the crypto market really starting to heat up, we already have Blood, right? We already have some Blood token in there. We already got some Blood. Obviously, my other, on Ethereum chain, at least, I do have some higher conviction plays on Solana now, but my higher conviction ETH plays outside of Blood would be Pepe, Bobo, Dodo, Mog. Those other four are my biggest ones. So, I think, let's go a little bit higher risk here in the beginning. Like I said, you want to spread out your risk, kind of on that curve. I think between the four of those, Dodo and Bobo are the two higher risk ones. Bobo is up like probably 200+% in the last week or so, if not even more. And I think Dodo is kind of that next move that'll end up following and taking some of that liquidity.
So that's like a beta play or a derivative. Is that right?
Yeah, in some sense. I mean, there's quite a bit of drama going on with all that, but I will say I think Dodo will do extremely well. I think it's a little bit higher risk, but higher reward than those other tokens. And definitely, if we have 0.5 ETH in the wallet, don't go all 0.5 in, but maybe you do like 0.1 or something like that to start. And then maybe each week we'll kind of pick a different play and add a small portion of the ETH wallet in there. But I think to start, Dodo is in a good point where all plays it'll do really well. So
I do have a question. So typically when somebody gives you a play like a Dodo or a Bobo, do you just jump on your wallet and put it in there? Or do you go to Deck Screener first and look into it? Or, you know what I mean? How do you do that?
It really depends who sends it to me, to be honest with you. Because there's a couple people that they send me anything, I'm aping right away. Like I don't care what the meme is. I don't care what it's at. There's certain people that are like, hey, this is going to do really well. I'm going to get in. There's other that, like I'll see on Twitter, or I see a couple of my friends post and, I'll do a deep dive. We'll look at the Twitter. I'll look into the allocation, but it really depends on who sends it to me, to be honest. There's a couple people, I'm sure you guys might have those type of people in your contacts too, that are like, hey, these dudes give you, great plays consistently. And there's not much thinking that you need to do other than getting as soon as possible. But it really depends on the person. But for the Dodo and the Bobo and Pepe, for Dodo specifically, I'd actually posted this on my Twitter, but I had taken some profit off of Pepe and moved all my 60K profit that I'd taken out of part of my Pepe bag, and I basically swapped part of my Pepe bag directly into Dodo, $60,000 worth, right at 5 million market cap of Dodo. So that was something I'd thought out for a while. I'd had a little bit in Dodo already, but I was like, hey, this was also right when I was like first created my Twitter account, and I was like, man, I want to come in here and make some noise. Dodo, I think, is going to do really well. It's my next really conviction play. I had like maybe 5 followers on Twitter because I just started tweeting. This was maybe in like April or something, May. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to do this big play. If you were smart, you would probably spread that $60,000 out into little clips. But I was like, hey, I want to make a little bit of a scene, for strategic purposes. And anyways, so I'd thought about that for a while, and that was like, hey, I want to get onto the scene, the Twitter scene. I know a lot of great people in Dodo. I really figured, I felt like I really understood the narrative behind the Pepeverse at that point. And I was like, man, it's time to move, because like I said, I had made a lot of profit in Pepe, and I was like, hey, like I said, liquidity flows to the downside. It goes from higher caps to lower cap derivatives. And so that's exactly what I did, right? I took some profit off of my Pepe bag and transferred it directly into a lower cap, high risk play, which was Dodo. So,
So, basically I got the guys a MetaMask wallet. And the reason for that is because I haven't found that I can get Phantom, ENS and Phantom for whatever reason. But however, so what you're going to do is basically you're going to hit this button here, which is right there, boom. So I got them on Uniswap for their first trade, if that works. And then also I went into Dex Screener and basically I put Dodo in there to make sure that they had the right contract code, because I've definitely aped into the wrong project before. And so that was a mistake. So I've done that for them. So hit the select token button. All right, now at the search tokens, you're going to paste. There it is right there. So you can select that. Right. And you say understand. It's going to give you a warning. Understandably so. And so then you got to connect your wallet. MetaMask. Boom, boom. Connect. Jumping Planet. Dude, by the way, the Jumping Planets.eth looks fire. Bunch of disclaimers on don't lose your ass. Accredited investor. All right. Do that again. Boom, boom. Paste. Dodo. All right. 0.1. There you go.
It's happening right now live, guys. Also, Dodo is a blackbird. I rock with this blackbird.
Come on, baby. Yep.
Yeah. Then you confirm. There we go. Jumping Planets is officially onboarded. We've done our part.
Yeah.
We've done our part. And so now, if you guys want to follow along with their wallet, it is jumpingplanets.eth. And there we go. Those are my guys. All right. Now, as you can see, guys, we've done our part by onboarding somebody. So now what I need everybody else to do in the world is go find somebody, go on their phone, download MetaMask, take money from their bank account, put it in MetaMask, and then buy crypto. That's how we do this, guys. Just kidding. Actually, do your own research. It's not financial advice. However, if you have enjoyed this show, please feel free to give us a follow. We will be doing this. We'll be doing this live as we continue to go. And man, I'm excited to see what happens with this, dude. Any predictions on what we think? Manny.
Yeah, I think he just texted. I think he's his browser's not working great. So, yeah, maybe jump in and out.
All good. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think that's what happens when you're a cartoon. You know what I mean? It's at this point you can definitely, there's trouble in Toontown, so to speak, right? My guy over there. But by the way, guys, I real quick, I got to go to Kill Tony last night, and it was absolutely amazing live.
That's cute.
Strongly suggest everybody goes. If you can get in, I guess. But also, Zeely was on Kill Tony in Madison Square Garden.
That's right. I got to open for Kill Tony at his sold-out Madison Square Garden show 2 nights. We just played the first night, myself and my homie Fran, and it was crazy, man. The crowd is amazing. The show is amazing, and I've been one more time. I'm going to go again. Maybe we'll go at the same time.
Dude, let me know. No, it's dope. It is absolutely phenomenal. And I think one of the things that I didn't necessarily know is his level of improvising is just on another level. He's really good at it.
Yeah, dude, he's super quick. The other thing that's really crazy is when we all hung out backstage, he's super nice. I know he seems very aggressive on stage, and he is, but he's very nice to like the people that he's connected to, which is super dope.
Such a nice guy. Yeah, absolutely. Really, really dope. Well, I think blood got drained. seems like, like you said, he's like, man, I don't want to be a part of the wallet situation.
Yeah,
So he literally just bounced.
The blood went to his head.
Yeah.
Clean up aisle 7.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Dude, Storm, what do you think about, I mean, obviously there's a big thing coming tomorrow, right? With Powell and talking about what type of a drop they're going to do as far as interest rates. Yeah, whether it's 25 basis points or 50 basis points. Yeah, kind of any thoughts?
Yeah. I think a lot of that stuff is like, whatever it tends to drop, it's such a short-term effect. Like if they cut rates, not as much as expected, maybe let's say like, 25 basis points, let's say, we might get like a little quick drop with some liquidations on like the short time frame. But like, I think that stuff, it affects the wider scale macro market very little, at least in my opinion. And so I honestly don't put much weight to it. The way I trade news events like that, whether it's like a rate cut or some government report coming out that people are anticipating, typically that stuff gets priced in leading up to the event. And so I look at news events like, hey, this is a time period where we're going to see a lot of volume. I don't really try to predict the direction and movement because I think that it's really hard to trade off fundamental news, especially accurately, in terms of how the market's going to react. So what I do is I just say, hey, tomorrow at 6 p.m. they're reducing the rate cut news and Powell speaking. Then I'm just going to say, hey, I'm going to either de-risk a lot and get out of my positions, or I'm just not going to trade during that time period and see kind of what the market does. But yeah, I don't pay too close attention. I obviously follow it, but I don't think that affects the macro crypto market as much as people probably think it does. So yeah, no, I don't put too much weight.
It heavily affects the real estate market.
Definitely. Yeah, I think, and it's more of like a stock market, real estate type of thing. And I think it's going to be interesting because obviously the cryptocurrency market isn't somewhat correlated to both the stock market and, all markets are correlated somehow, whether it's inversely or directly correlated to each other. But I think in terms of cryptocurrency, I don't think we really understand this bull run, how the market's going to react. Like I think a lot of people are thinking, I think we talked about this last time, how like a lot of people were anticipating a recession, which is why price was starting to move down and stuff. But I think if we enter a recession, I think crypto could flourish. I think crypto could be more like a gold that is more like a hedge against inflation and bad economic times. We don't really know, So from a cryptocurrency standpoint, I don't put too much emphasis on any of that sort of stuff. So,
because with real estate, for example, now I'm seeing rates start to lock, without any points at like 5.99. I saw Barclays was just offering 3.75, which is absolutely crazy. Yeah. Dude, I think if that does happen, there's going to be a pretty big housing boom. Because typically for every percent interest rates drop, it means that you can afford about 12 to 14% more home.
Right.
And depending on which market you're in, you can really see, sub-markets from peak to where it is now are down considerably. And a lot of that's because of interest rates. Same thing with commercial loans. So there was $7 trillion worth of commercial debt resetting between last year and the next 2 years coming up.
Yep.
And so the only way to really bail that out is going to be by lowering interest rates to be able to allow people to refi.
Right. Yeah. And that makes so much, like, real estate makes so much sense why it would be so directly correlated to interest rates, because that actually literally directly affects the cost that you're paying for the house. Whereas in cryptocurrency, it's much more like speculative. It's kind of like people will say, oh, if interest rates are being cut, maybe that'll help the stock market, and then in turn, crypto will fall. It's more of like a secondary, it's not as important in the cryptocurrency market, in my opinion. Whereas real estate, it's like very directly, it'd almost be like, if it was directly correlated to the cryptocurrency market, it'd be like, Satoshi Nakamoto coming up every couple months and saying, hey, every time you buy crypto, it's going to cost, the interest rate on that crypto is, however many percent less or whatever. It's very directly correlated to the real estate market. Whereas cryptocurrency, it seems to be more distant. I guess you would say it's more speculative based on other markets. So yeah, I guess that's why I don't put too much weight on it, but it is something that you should watch as a day trader. If you're day trading, you need to be very up to date as to when news events are happening, because like I said, you need to know when that volume's coming, because if you're doing day scalp trading and something like an interest rate comes out, it can very quickly move a chart on like a day to day time frame, and you can lose a large amount of money very quickly because of all that volume. So as a day trader, I would say it's very important to track news events just to know, hey, I either need to de-risk or not trade during this time period to kind of watch out for like a very quick violent move. But as more of a swing trader, it's like it's not going to affect my macro view of the market as much. So
right. Well, and the interesting thing too is if you take a snapshot of a day versus if you kind of step out and be like, all right, this trade is a 1 month, 1 year, 5 year, 10-year hold, right? Which I would imagine most of the large, kind of larger institutions are doing with Bitcoin, right? They're buying substantial amounts of it and they're going to be holding it, and right, just kind of banking it away probably for whatever, forever. And, one of the things we talked about, looks like our boy's coming back, maybe. But one of the things we were talking about throughout the week as we were kind of conversating and things that we should talk about on the show was leverage, right? And the difference between leverage in real estate and the difference between leverage in crypto.
Yeah.
And of course, the great thing about real estate is that you can have $1 million home and you can go to a bank and you can give them $100,000 and now you have $1 million asset. And if that $1 million asset's appreciating at 5% a year, now your $100,000, your net worth is going up $50,000 in year one, which is a 50% of your 100K that you put in there.
Right. No, exactly. Yeah. And in my opinion, there's kind of two types of leverage in cryptocurrency. There's either like derivative leverage, which is like, like we talked about a lot, where you're trading correlated assets that are much high risk and give you much higher ROI. So a lot of people will say like Pepe is leveraged ETH, right? Because Pepe is going to move in the same ways and same direction as ETH, but just in larger percentage moves. And then there's like actual leverage derivative trading, which I would say, unless you're a professional, unless you're someone that wants to spend 3 to 5 years of their life losing money and learning all the technical indicators and all that sort of stuff, I'd say that's probably not for you, leverage trading. But it's more similar to real estate, where you are borrowing money from a broker to put a larger position size on a move. And yeah, so I would say leveraged derivative trading is more so like similar, where you're borrowing money, you're loaning from a brokerage to put a larger position size down. And then there's like more not derivative, but I guess like leverage trading meme coins, like riskier assets, which is kind of like leverage trading. Right. But much safer, I would say. So as an investor, I would say, unless you're like a professional trader, stay away from derivative leverage trading. But if you're like an investor and you want to be smart and get more risk and more reward, then look into like trading correlated risky assets. So,
got it. Cool. So that's the difference in leverage between real estate and crypto. Anybody that was trying to figure out that.
We'll have to do like a whole stream at some point about real estate versus crypto. And I talk about diversifying, right? And you don't want to just diversify in cryptocurrency either. Like, buy some gold, buy some real estate. For me, I think cryptocurrency and real estate are going to be my two biggest assets always. I think right now, obviously, vast majority of my wealth is in cryptocurrency. I own a little bit of real estate, very little, but that's obviously something when I start taking profits on my cryptocurrency, real estate is like, that's the best way to really become long-term wealthy historically is real estate. So I would be interested to learn about that personally, honestly.
Yeah. They, 80% of millionaires are created through real estate.
Yep.
And from what I heard, it's the best way to write stuff off or keep most of your money is just investing through real estate.
The thought of like, if anybody understands what depreciation is, it's crazy, right? Literally, it's, as part of the tax code, you can depreciate part of the structure, part of the asset, right? And so in residential, it's, 1/27th, right? In commercial, it goes up to, I think, 1/29th, but is literally just comes off the top of your Schedule E, where it's like, and then you can put it back in. So, and then you can get into things like cost segregation studies. So I have a building in Fort Worth that we bought. We bought it for 4.2. We did what's called the cost seg study, and we pulled forward 3.1 million in depreciation over the first year. And since I have 25% of that, I end up getting about like 660,000 in depreciation.
Wow. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, I think real estate is something that's super interesting, and it's also, like I said, you never want to go all in on a single crypto asset, right? You never want to go all in on Pepe. You never want to go all in on Bitcoin. You also don't
never want to go full retard.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And
Farting
I think
bathtubs and laughing his ass off.
yeah, real estate's just a great way to diversify your portfolio, and it's something I think everyone needs a house. You need a house to live in, and the best way to do that is own it. And it's interesting because especially my generation. Well, first of all, my generation, I'm 26, so my generation has been the hardest pretty much ever in American history to really own a house. It's like less and less people. If you own a house at my age, it's very, very rare. You're very well off. Versus like my parents' generation, you could be a plumber with a stay-at-home mom and support a whole family and own your house. It's just like it's much harder to own real estate, which I think is sad, but it's still a very good investment. I think people are opting out of owning and going more towards renting, my generation, but I disagree with that. I think the opportunities are still there. It is just a little bit harder just with, inflation. People have less money. Housing prices have gone up quite a bit and when compared to income for people my age. But if you're able to own a house and you know how to do it, it's still one of the best investments you can make.
Well, and there's a lot to unpack there, right? And so I had a conversation with a friend of mine that flew in to play a gig this weekend, and he was specifically talking about how had he bought in Miami 5 years ago, the market right before the pandemic, and it just shot up. And like I told him, I'm like, man, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. And so we would be having that same conversation if he doesn't get in at some point in another 5 years. And really, when you buy, what it does is it kind of locks you into a snapshot of the market at that time.
Right.
Because historically, I mean, the market is it is very beneficial for the government and everybody for real estate to go up, because that's where just about everybody's wealth is. And so if you're thinking about it in that way, to me, I've been thinking about this as we're talking, right? If we say like Bitcoin's the king in crypto, a lot of times I think that real estate's the king in investing, right? Because you're able to pull that equity out. And then from there, people will either put it in stocks. If it's stocks and they get a hit on a stock, I think next thing is it's easy to make that jump a lot of times into Bitcoin if you're trading stocks as well.
Totally.
And so, it's kind of just watching the way money flows, kind of very similar to like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pepe.
Yeah. Well, and also the thing that's always really interested me about real estate is, like I said, it's something. If you're buying your house, like everyone needs to live somewhere. You need a house, you need a place to stay, and so real estate makes a lot of sense because you're going to be spending that money on renting anyways, right? So if you're able to own property, that goes towards an investment. You're not losing that money, right? You're keeping it, and then also, if you can go down the rabbit hole a little bit, but obviously you can get into like HELOC loans and taking out money from that property to buy more properties. And it becomes like this expansive thing over, decades, where now all of a sudden you own 20 properties and they're all netting you income, right? And that's how you retire and make real wealth. And then all of a sudden all 20 of those properties are paid off and now you're a multimillionaire, right? So
you can give it to your kids, right? Now you've got something that you can actually, and assuming you don't raise a bunch of fuckheads, you should be able to, hopefully they won't squander it, right? And so, somebody once said to me, rich people sell property, wealthy people keep it.
Yeah. Yep. Totally. Yeah. We'll have to, like I said, I think that's an entire episode we could get into. And, I have so many questions I'd want to ask you. I know baseline level about real estate, obviously, and as just a baseline investor, but that's, like I said, next step for me as an investor is, I want to have a lot of crypto, but also real estate. So we'll have to do that. I know we want to wrap up soon, but
definitely down.
And in some episode, man, we're going to have to dive deep into that and how those mechanic works and how you scale real estate as well, because that you can be very strategic with how you scale out, like I said, with HELOC loans and stuff like that. And so I want to prepare some questions for you, honestly, and really hit it hard. But
let me know. We can do that at the next one if we so choose.
Totally.
Be honest, the conversation feels so much more intelligent when I leave. I'm not sure if that's
reflection of me or a reflection of you guys. But interesting, you're talking about selling houses or passing them down. A lot of people I heard are giving their children the money now because they're worried about the inheritance tax. It changes there that could really affect how that wealth is passed down. But yeah, there's so many interesting things to talk about with real estate, keeping your wealth, and what to do beyond the bull run. Because, you know, here at the show, at the Crypto Takeover, we want people to be successful this year, next year, and for the rest of their life. You don't build generational wealth if you don't have a plan. You know, words without a plan don't mean much. I think Paul's an amazing asset and a real estate visionary to help people achieve those goals. So, Paul, really happy that you're here.
And I'm glad you're back. It was it felt really too serious without having our cartoon friend up there.
Yeah, I felt like I had 3-dimensional problems in a 2-dimensional world. But I came back from the 4th dimension, and we're pretty good to go now. I think it's been a great show. I feel like we've covered a lot of things. We got absolutely no answers really on World Liberty Financial, but we did bring up a lot of great questions, and maybe next week we'll see how our guesses went. Zealy and Buck, Jumping Planets, absolutely destroyed it with the bars. Yet another week we cannot post clips for children, but it's 100% worth it. Storm, I love the segment that we've added in with
you killed it.
Yeah, adding in with the technical analysis. And I think we're going to put up small clips every week of Storm breaking down different TAs and add that onto our socials so people can not only look and learn about what we're talking about, but if they have a question about how does a Fibonacci sequence work or how do bull flags work, they can come and get that information. And also, don't forget jumpingplanets.eth. 90% sure it's Paul's wallet, but if by any chance it actually is Jumping Planets, feel free to drop in surprises. We're going to look through, see what's going on every week with there, and every week we'll figure out a new coin to ape into and have some fun this bull run. So thank you, everybody.
Maybe take some profits, right? If Dodo goes from I think it's at like 2.7 or wherever it's at, maybe it jumps up to 10 million. Be like, maybe this is a good time to take some profits, right? And we get to show that too. So,
and if they release a song named Full Clip next week, then there's probably an idea what happened to the chart. Did I get rich? There'll be clues. Oh man, no, it's been an absolute amazing show. Thank you everybody for tuning in. And we want to remind you to follow all the hosts, follow at BoughtTheBlock, follow Jumping Planets, follow Trading by Storm, follow myself, Bloodboy. And also you can follow Zealy. What is your social media as an individual? And Buck?
At Zilly, Zeale.
And DJ Buck Rodgers with the D, RODG.
Make sure you follow everybody, turn on notifications. We'll be back next week and appreciate everybody for tuning in. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you next week.
Have a little Jumping Planet's going to take us out real quick, and then we'll be done.
Yeah. Yeah. JP. Yeah. Crypto Takeover. Yeah, we taking over that block, run it up cause we hot, do the things that you not, do the most, yeah, we got the host, we run it up, we do the ghost like bye-bye, that's a phantom water, we in the place, can't stand a knot, go ahead and do my beat now, go ahead on the mic, get your beat down, y'all know what's up, we eat now, Jumping Planets at .eth now, that's E to the H, hold that mic, don't pump no brakes, I be doing this all time, never late, but I still hold it down at Crystal Lake like Jason, Voorhees, pour me's when I pour these flows like go, anytime I run that show, might bouncing back and forth, no yo, though, got a horse on the polo, pull it off the shirt, what work when I go for the first, I don't never stop this right here, when I do my shit, I might just burst, blow up, show out, what we really doing, go out, never ever stop, they know now, when we in the spot, it go down, JP be the name, jumping planets, we insane, eyes holler than my homeboy, Bloodboy, put that in your vein, that blood be rushing up to my head, when I kill that mic, I do it, and I leverage my steez instead, and we got that paint without that lead, but we still poisonous, I got my boys in this, and we pull it quick, and they know what's up when we do that shit, this is off the dome, JP coming, bringing it home, Austin, Texas is where we roam, but just know that we not alone, cause we also out in the west side, might pull up to Best Buy, buy a brand new TV, 60 widest screen, they see me, put me on that high definition, no repetition, we just in a block, crypto, we got it, ignition started, and we taking off wholehearted, that's right, we full, we too cool, play that game like it was pool, we familiar at billiards, they know what's up, they not similar, when we up in the zone, we take it back and get peculiar, that is a word that is hard to rhyme, but you gon' find it now, cause we never time it out, when we grab the mic, got the flow, straight bonding now, like go, DJ Buck Rodgers, yeah, my name is Illy, whoa, jumping planets, what up, come on Buck, yeah. That's that beat I like to rock. That's the way we get on top. Playing that beat, we make it hot. Know what's up, we got the plot. Wrote that down like a novel. I could tell my story. I could be the main character, no NPC allegories. It's just me and my team. We roll up me on the scene. I do that shit when I beam. They know this shit like Wall Street. We about to study and go pick up that money. We roll. I got that bag in the stack and you still collapsing like foes. They know just right where we go. They vision eyes like a dough, but they don't know we predators. Call your editor up some more. We don't ever go slow-mo, not right now. Put me on the GoPro, never quiet down. Y'all better pipe down with that nice sound. Selena place, turn you up, low light brown. Better get it, about to feel it. We committed, we not bullshitting. Even though I'm rapping while I'm sitting, I just did it, I just live it, and we take it to that level. Decibels, we getting louder right now. Knock you off your stilettos. Quiet down, no pipe down. It's me and my homie like right now. That's JP, save me, take me lately. Break these top speeds, need this right now. In yo, vein flow is insane, and we just going right off the brain. Buck Rodgers, go ahead, do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. Crypto takes over, do our thing. It's the Crypto Takeover after show. JP in the building. You feeling it? I learned so much today.
I'm feeling it. Feel the dash at the top of my way.
We learn a lot every time. It's the Crypto Takeover, man.
I'm feeling it.
Jumping planets in the building. What up? What you feeling? Yeah. You feeling it? Yo, is you feeling it? If you feeling it like I do, we don't catch L's, not me, sir. No, I cannot, so I undo. Doing up all these moves, they understand this almost daisy. Yes, we back, we never basic. They facing, they stand adjacent. But me and my squad do this thing like we guys. I do this thing like Steve Jobs. I rock that beat, make you bob. I mean, the head that is, but that is competitors. Leave them red, that is. They said they was the dopest, but I might scroll up and sled, that is. That means I'm sliding, riding, ain't gliding. I'm still profiling. They know that we wildin'. They know that we hype. Okay, confiding in who? Just me and my crew, me and my boy, me and my steez, running it up. We smoking trees, we go alert. You feel the breeze, catch me on the beach right now. No fucks up when I pipe down, and I'm real fresh in that night town. I hit it. Yo, girl got a nightgown and she lovely. She love me, wanna hug me. It's rugby. We playing 2-on-2 though. Pull up with the cool flow. This shit get hypnotic. This shit get cryptic, but you know how we do it. Lifted. They know the flow is mad gifted. They sifted through all the dirt and they found all the real gold. We know We on the road, uncontrollable, how we go. Shang Tsung, I'ma need that soul right now. This Mortal Kombat steez, I take your life fatality. All these haters really wanna get mad at me, but casualties is what just happens in my regime. My team, my dream, hot beams, I scream, wide beams, they see my team. We lean, we rock, we go, we flow, we know. Got lost, Nemo found it, right back, cheat code. Okay, we got it, knocking it down that code, Konami. Flow like this, they getting mad at me. Go talk to your mammy. Boy, this ain't Miami, but we really getting messy. Use my first name when you address me, less you spit like Dizzy Gillespie. We the nest, they all like Nestle, but no, it ain't no Loch Ness. But I got this crypto in my pocket, blasted like a rocket in that cockpit, and we taking off as JP, baby. That's jumping planets. Goddamn it, we handle it. They understand semantics. Doing this shit, we bury them. Old school like Sumerians. We don't care what y'all say. Better study this in your librarian. Read a book, read a chart, go to heart, do the part, run and start. We just go, we just know. Anytime we rock, we will explode. And they know my code, my lingo. Pop that microphone like Pringles, baby. Might get eaten by a dingo. This ain't Australia, but boy, we go down under. They wonder, I rip up tundra. They know the flow is like thunder, which means that the lightning follow. Yo, whole MCs is hollow. I guarantee that you're borrowed. You will not make it to tomorrow if you challenging us right now. This duo too dynamic. Told you that you can't stand it. We grab the mic and dismantle it. Him, my boy, right here, Mr. Buck. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Go, go DJ, that's my DJ. That's my DJ, that's my DJ, that's my DJ. Go DJ, that's my DJ, that's my DJ, that's my go DJ. Hey, that's my DJ. Go DJ. Buck Rodgers. That's my DJ. Go DJ. Yeah. Number one. I'm gonna buy number two. I'm gonna buy number three. Crypto Takeover. After show. Let's go. It's a whole new planet. JP. Kill that beat, no apology. Guarantee I'm an oddity. We talking about commodities. This is right here, highway robbery, cause ain't nobody stopping me. UV rays all day like 45, so ain't no blocking me. Go ahead, pull out the sun, pull out the drum, pull out the fun, pull out the mic, pull out your steeds. I pulled up until the hun, kill it for fun. That's what I do. Rock with the crew, rock with the steeds. Run that beat when we run through the trees. They know what's up when they see my dreams like it's like yeah, like what? JP, run it up. Okay, you getting cray, kill beats, that is all day. They know I'm about to play, they know we about to slay. Beyonce, no, okay, we might pull in the way. We fresh like Dr. Dre, gangster to wankster. My boy just want me to sing Jamaican, but I can't take ya. I am not Jamaican, and I am not Haitian. I'm from South Austin, I'm black and Mexican, I'm blazing. Now what you do, all I do is kill that beat and I hope I connect to you. From here to Connecticut, make rappers look irrelevant. Fuck it up if it's celibate, telling you got intelligence. It's JP. Jumping planets, crypto takeover. You can stream it at home while you're eating a sandwich. Yeah, the Skittles kicking in. Yeah. 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 Fastest finger drummer in the land. Slowest typer in the universe. DJ Buck Rodgers, my name is Illy. It's the Crypto Takeover post. show after party. Thank you for rocking with us.
He's getting tired. Look at that. Look at this guy.
DJ Buck Rodgers.
Hat trick. That was dope, dude. Now you got to drum with your hair.
JP. It's a takeover. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Cook and whip the block. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Had to stack the guap, run it up cause I'm bearish with it. 10x on, I'm ain't scared, I get it. Decentralized, let me emphasize how I'm stacking the coin as an enterprise. Got hustle the block, I got the codes and the keys to the lock. It's a takeover, we hit for the guap, and you know we keep holding till we hit the top. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Cook and whip the block. Run that shit up to the top, yeah, we run the block. Crypto takeover, got it locked. Had to stack the guap.